All right. It is Friday night, and I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. It's Friday night drinking hand episode. We got a very special guest that's going to be coming on in a few moments, guys. We're excited that you guys are actually here. You ladies that are going to be here in a few moments. We got 24 people here. Make sure that you click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like me too. And we're going to be giving you guys a shout outs in a few moments because we're going to have our guest come on. He's going to be here for about a good half an hour to 45 minutes. So we're going to have a good time with this topic. Today's topic is a doozy because Brother Kevin used to always talk about how ladies have their fairy tale. I'm going to tell you something, man. Some of you brothers that don't take your passport seriously, you're living in the male fairy tale. I said it. You're living in the male fairy tale. You think that things are going to get better for men in the United States. You think that the ladies are going to change. You think just like women are waiting for Sleeping Beauty to wait for the prince to give her a kiss and wake her up out of her dream. That's the exact same dream that you living in right now, brother. You actually think that you do not have a fairy tale, but there is a male fairy tale that's been perpetrated out there to you guys in the United States. We're going to talk about 3 areas that are not going to change anytime too soon for men in the United States. That's a topic that Dennis and I are going to be speaking on. We may have some other guests that pop up, but as for right now, that's the topic for tonight. So guys, get ready. But before we do that, we're about to do some shout outs, let you guys know how much I appreciate you. Once again, click that like button. All right, guys, we're about to give you guys these shout outs. First person that was here right now this evening was, I saw Ed up here earlier, but I see poor man 313 in the building. 313 boys at it again, mom. They're at it again. He said, I can't wait to get this going. It's going to be great. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Once again, I say you guys are living in a male fairy tale. Some of you guys are hoping and praying and wishing. You fast and you going to church, mosques, and the temples, hoping, praying that the women in the United States are going to change. But there are 3 areas, brothers, I tell you, that you are living in a fairy tale, and they are not about to change anytime too soon. Beach Bummers in the building. Salute to you, brethren, and all guys out there that deserve the salute. We got David in the building. He said, I don't get to listen to this Friday much. Drinking hands. Speaking of drinks tonight, he said, I got the punch scotch. And we're going to be bringing our guests on in a split second. I got the ginger ale. He said, and I got the ginger ale. We got Jay Fleming in the building. One of you guys brought me down here to Peach Crown Royal. I haven't tasted this one yet. So we're going to get a chance tonight, Friday night drinking hand. Got the glass. We got our guests in. We got our topic. Once again, today's topic is the problem that's going on right now among men. You actually think things are going to change for you in the United States. You think that these women are going to get better. You think that the laws are going to change and go in your favor in the next couple of years. You actually believe that all is going to just wash away. But I'm telling you now, you live in a male fairy tale. Me and Dennis are going to talk to you about these 3 areas. I'm going to let you know what the 3 areas are right now, guys. First area that's not going to change anytime too soon, how you are treated as a man in the United States. Whether it be child support court, whether it be alimony, whether it be how weddings are set up, whether it be fairness when it comes to parenting, whether it be equal opportunities, doesn't matter. That's not about to change anytime too soon. Number 2, that's not about to change anytime too soon for men in the United States, the dating arena. That ain't about to change no time too soon, brother. If you think that these ladies are going to get better, like I always say, it is not you looking for a needle in a haystack in this dating arena. It's you looking for a needle in a stack of needles. That's what you're dealing with right now. You're looking for a needle in a stack of needles. And the third area that's not going to change anytime too soon is how modern women treat you. If you think that in a couple years that they're going to get better and they're going to finally catch on to what Brother Kevin was saying, it ain't going to happen. Y'all guys going to have to catch on with Brother Dennis, and what I'm saying, and this evening, and what other brothers are saying. MI, quick letter SSI in the building. We got Victory in the building. We got Nomadic Ninja in the building. Also, make sure you guys click that like button. We got 36 people in here, such as Black Scorpion. We got Ray in the building, like Andre likes to say, Ray, the coolest YouTube name of all, Timey, the African Wolf in the building. Thank you very much for the super chat. Ken in the building, my man, straight from the UK. I ain't mad at you, brother. And shout out to Jay. Who make sure you guys subscribe to Jay Fleming's channel. If you ain't subscribed to his channel, what the hell are you doing watching YouTube? Make sure you subscribe to Jay's channel. We're about to bring our special guest on right now. This man needs no introduction. He's traveled all over the place. He is a professional in everything that he does. You talking about a Renaissance man. You talk about, hey, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I sit back and I look at Dennis, man. Y'all be looking at Unc Dennis. I look at the Renaissance man. Man, this dude does it all from lowrider cars to hip-hop music to having his own businesses across the world, to being an attorney, and then helping us brothers out when it comes to passports and the reality of this dating arena. Man, I'm talking about, you talking about this is the brother that should have put on the damn commercials for the most interesting man in the world. That's who should have been on there. I kid you not. God dang. Let's bring this man up here. Dennis, the most interesting man in the world. Sterling in the building.
All right, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm humbled to be here, brother. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man. Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, man. It wasn't like I was lying. It wasn't like I was lying. And now you got the new title, the Blizzard King.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it because winter is not coming. It's here. It is here with these ladies.
Yes, it is, man. It's an interesting time to be alive. You know, a lot of social change, a lot of upheaval. We initially looked at feminism as though it was a bad thing, and when in reality it freed men from the shackles of the social contract that bound you to get married and be a utility for women and for the rest of your life, even if you didn't want that. Now, some men opt for it. They want to be married. They want the family life. Some men don't. But feminism required that men who didn't even want to get married, you had to have that cover of having a wife and children, even if you were miserable. Some men wanted their freedom, you know. And then, of course, there was a timeline, you know. So and you got to spend your life doing a job you may not like just to support a wife and some children that you may not have wanted. So, you know, kudos to feminism. Thank you so much, ladies, for telling us, for pushing the issue and saying
appreciate you, ladies.
Thank you so much. We are liberated.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let me ask you this in all sincerity, because nobody's asked you this question since I've been following you on your channel and other platforms. Mm-hmm. Have you always been a brother that realized that you would take that shift from, okay, I'm the single man, I'm the dad, I'm so forth and so forth. Now it's ready. It's a time for me where I'm ready to settle down. Had you always known that about yourself? Because some dudes just celebrate the single man, Brother Sperling, but they don't realize that there is a man within you that's also saying, you know, I'm ready to settle down. You talk about your fiance and your lifestyle in regards to your children, the young boys, and them traveling to DR. That's one of my favorite time periods when you talk. I want to talk about parenting and passports, and you kind of motivated me and my wife in regards to that with watching you and your boys. Had you always known that about yourself, that transition of life from being a single Dennis to the married man was eventually going to take place?
Well, I've always wanted to be a father. You know, I've always wanted to have my own family because I grew up in a disjuncted family. I didn't have that traditional nuclear family with a mother and a father and children. And so I've always wanted that. Unfortunately, early on in my life, I made decisions. I got married to a woman. I'm not knocking her, but I will say this: I definitely wasn't ready to be a husband, and she definitely wasn't prepared to be a wife, because that's something that you have to have a better understanding of how that is supposed to happen in order for it to work. And the first thing you need to understand is how to recognize a wife and to determine whether or not you're a husband. And so just like wives are raised from birth to be wives, husbands have to grow up seeing men who are husbands be husbands and the sacrifice that they make. Otherwise, it's going to be um, a steep learning curve. And then oftentimes we're not prepared emotionally or financially for that. What could I teach my son at 20 something years old? And I just got here, but at this age it's different now. Thank God I have wonderful children, and I've done a good job raising them as a single father after my divorce. I did think that, hey, you know what, I got this thing figured out, and I messed around and got a woman that I want. Look, let me tell you something. I don't want anybody to feel sorry about all that baby mama drama that I complain about, because I wanted it and I got it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm paying for it each and every day. So I have a third son, but it's nothing to feel sorry about. These are the lessons that I've learned, and I've learned them the hard way, the difficult way, which is why I'm telling you, brothers, please don't follow in my footsteps. Please wait till you're in your late 30s or early 40s, after you've lived life and you understand what to look for in a wife, when you're ready to settle in. I don't say settle down, but settle in and begin to create a stable life to raise children. It's not something you need to rush into doing. Unlike a lot of people in what we call the red pill community, I am pro family. I am pro traditional family. I want to see men get married. The thing is, and in fact, as far as black men, I want to see them marry women of African descent. I want white men to marry women of European or Caucasian descent. I want Hispanic men to marry women of Hispanic descent. I want Asian men to marry women of Asian descent. Hell, I want Africans to marry Africans from their own side. And the reason I say that is because I know how difficult relationships are, and I know what it's like to bring a child up when he has two cultures, which means he may have no culture, or he or she. But nevertheless, if you find love, if you got a beautiful woman from Thailand that treats you with respect and is loving you and fit, you'd be an idiot to leave that woman just for the purposes of saying, well, she ain't black enough for me, or she's not a white woman and I'm a white man.
Right.
You're just stupid, because you're probably not going to get that chance again. Love and real love and compatibility like that, people change. So if you find somebody who's compatible with you as you are right now, and y'all can come together and become one and grow together, cool. So, that's my philosophy on that. I believe in marriage, and I'm hopeful that black men will begin to travel and see the world and see what their options are. I don't want them to die without having children, without having the pleasure of being a dad. And that's kind of what that's what my page is about, man. Brothers seeking happiness and finding happiness. And some people don't like that. They don't like that love crossing. They take offense to that. How dare he? How dare he try to tell these men to be happy?
Well, welcome, Dennis. Welcome. Welcome to the party, brother.
Yeah.
They've been putting me through it for 5 years.
Oh man.
5 years. So and I know your time is limited. Once again, I want to say thank you. Let me give real quick this super chat. We already hit the other ones. Black by Design, my favorite truck driver's in the building. He says, Coach and the Blizzard King on one show. Pray tell. This is going to be good. The word good in its original translation means to be beneficial. And on the road tonight, as my favorite truck driver usually is, so I'll be in listening mode. Salute to the chat. All right, Black by Design. Thank you very much, Mr. Kansas City himself. All right. Now, before you came on, I hope you may have not heard me. One of the mistakes that I see that many men are making, they hear you, they see my testimony, my story, they see Taylor Made Dream, they see Richie Magzoom in Thailand. But here's the problem. These guys are like Sleeping Beauty. They're living a male fairy tale. And what I mean by that, there are 3 eras in which I talked about, is that these guys are still believing that these eras are going to change. Well, we're going to wait for the ladies. And so the problem is, go ahead, Dennis.
Well, see, it took a long time to get like this. A couple of generations to get to where we are. It may change, but it's going to change because the environment is different. and things are different, but it may not change for the better. It may change for the worse. So you can wait around here in the United States anticipating you can force these women back into traditionalism and force them to be feminine and sweet. Or you could just go somewhere else where the women are already like that and not wait around and waste your time. I have a lot of friends who are waiting for that one woman, and some of them are 45, 50 years old, and they've been waiting for 20 years, and she never comes. And unfortunately, fellas, you can wait your whole life, and life is short. I think the average black man lives to be around 60-ish, late 60s. So what do you want to do? You want to wait around for women to come around? Are you going to be a therapist? And if you got somebody who has that attitude, how do you change someone? We've always been told you can't change people. So how do you find someone who has almost everything you want, but that one thing that's missing, feminism, the willingness to be a social partner, a comrade, it's not there. You can't make them. And so my suggestion is go places like Colombia, Dominican Republic, Thailand, East Africa, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, where they already are trained to be wives, and then get that raw material and work with and build your family. Because man, you don't want to finally find your woman at 60 years old and then you only got 8 or 9 years to live and enjoy life. That's not fair to her. That's not fair to your children. So yeah, you guys think it's going to change? Well, you welcome. And I'm gonna tell you, see, I'm not anybody's leader. I just say, here's an option that worked for me. If you want to choose that option, fine. I'm not telling you what to do. I just want you to be happy. If you want to stay here in the United States and try it out, that's perfectly, you should. You're men, you're free men. You do what you choose. But there are other options. You're not locked in the cage. The door's open. That's all I tell guys. Yeah.
Absolutely. The funny part is I try to tell guys that from a statistical point of view, statistically this, statistically that. And guys still live in the male fairy tale. And so we're going to talk about the 3 areas of the male fairy tale. We got 91 people up in the building. Remember, guys, I like you. Make sure you like me too. Click that like button. And we're going to continue on with this because we only got 30 minutes with the Renaissance man himself. And once he cut the camera off, we don't know what he's about to do. We don't know if he's about to go into the studios. Hey, listen, I saw the pilot that they did for the reality show from way back when.
Right.
See, that's when I sit back and I say this is a Renaissance man. Dudes just be thinking I be or the most interesting man in the world. They just think I just said to say it. I'm talking about they put the Italian dude on that commercial. I said, boy, they picked the wrong man. If they'd have went on ahead and just put Dennis on there, stop playing around. They would have definitely had the most interesting. I don't know if Dennis is a sword fighter, man. He got so much thing up on his belt, man. Got so many feathers coming up that cap.
Actually, I taught my sons how to throw knives and hatchets and bow and arrows and spears.
See,
I've picked up some things along the way in life, and a lot of people try to put me in the category. Oh, he's a lawyer, but it's like
no.
But he's got 6 rap albums by 2 of the hottest producers in Texas, and he got 2 seasons of a reality show. So you saw the pilot, but the show was in 2016 and 2017, and it's called Co-Parenting with the Sperlings.
Yep.
And it's designed around my relationship with my ex-wife. Shout out to my ex-wife. God bless her. We don't have nothing bad to say about her or her family law attorney or the judge. We appreciate them all. We wish them well. God bless them. Okay. We have nothing but positive, energetic, warm things to say.
This is true.
I love that lovely lady of mine, who was the first person I ever referred to as a lovely lady. My ex-wife.
There we go.
And that's actually where that came from. Lovely lady. This lovely lady, And it was
so now guys are going to be Googling. Dennis had a reality show. Let me Google this real quick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was about us and how we co-parented together. And she's Black American, and of course, I'm raised Black American. Like I didn't even know that I had anything other than regular old Negro blood.
Uh-huh. So
then,
you just think
I
all
think
red bones just got off the boat,
I'm
huh?
just red bone. I'm just a
You
red ninja. You know what I mean? My mama from Mississippi, my daddy and them from North Carolina. This is what I thought. Then all of a sudden, oh, mom, you didn't tell me that. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, because I took this DNA test, and this say I'm one of them. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, it was very interesting, man. These lovely ladies, they have secrets, man, and they try to take them to their grave, but that damn DNA test did
gonna
mess
tell
up
the
a
truth every
whole lot.
time.
The DNA just, the next thing you know, I'm like, wow, I got to go figure this whole Caribbean thing out. So that was a trip.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that was a trip.
Wow.
But
That's
man,
amazing.
yeah, but I went from I'm telling you, that was an interesting time, and that's where a lot of the music comes from, because
Mm-hmm.
having to just, you go from being, this is who I am my whole life, to, okay, I know who I am, but I had a
However,
I had a misunderstanding about the circumstances surrounding my conception and who was there and who was not there, and therefore I have to readjust. And so what it caused for me to do was start traveling, specifically to the Caribbean, because I wanted to say, well, this is where my people from. Okay, these people don't look that different from me. I can see, but I'm still an American. I grew up on greens and cornbread. My
come
grandma
on
from
now.
Mississippi, yeah,
Come on now.
and so it's like I try. I learned to speak Spanish, and but my father's a black man from the Caribbean. He's from Trinidad, and my biological father, my adopted father, who I didn't know was my adopted father, is from North Carolina, and that's why I'm thinking, yeah, it's either you're gonna get some fat back or you get one of them pulled pork sandwiches. But these are your
Right.
people right here,
Right.
man. This is what you got.
Right. I'm Alabama, Tennessee, so I
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah,
understand.
it's like, okay. So hell, I went to HBCUs and stuff. So I mean, I'm black, and so crazy thing is, man. And you kind of, I think the underlying point is, what in the hell? How did Dennis end up doing this? Because if you talk to people who knew me in high school, they was like, oh, he hangs out with thugs,
Right.
he hangs out with gangbangers, with Jerry curls. My best friend's name was Maniac and Murder Burger. That was my that was my Maniac and Murder Burger. That was their names.
Okay, I got one for you. What was yours? I got one. I got mine.
I was Babyface. I was Babyface. And,
I was thrilled.
Yeah,
I was thrilled.
You was thrilled. But see, here you got to understand. I'm the only light-skinned dude hanging around with a bunch of black with Jerry curls. So it's something with him. If they cool with him, like, yeah, I came, and it was just, I always was cool with the gangsters and the thugs, because they was rough. I was rough, and it's like they had a code. I respect the code, even though I didn't gangbang, never did. I was still the homie. You see what I mean? Like, I didn't have to, because they were like, he tough. We know we know him. You see what I'm saying? And so, and that was my guys, and that's why I always have had a soft spot for the hard luck cases.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of what makes me passionate. Had I known that in all reality, if I followed my biological father's side of the family, I'm growing up in the hood trying not to get shot by the police and
Wow.
gangsters. And just across town, my uncle, biological family, these people, they own all this property. Hell, my uncle was a lieutenant governor in California while I was living on the east side of LA and didn't know it.
Wow.
So I literally come from political royalty. Literally. I'm literally like, a black Caribbean Kennedy type person.
Right.
And that's why in my songs, I refer to myself as the lost son. You understand what I'm saying? If you really listen to the music, it's like, so it's like, damn, what would my life have been like had I been given to my real father and I've been raised around these well-to-do Caribbean people who lived up in the hills of Los Angeles. What is it called? Windsor Hills and Baldwin Hills. I'm over here in the ghetto in South Central and Compton and Watts, and not 10 miles away, 5 miles away is this elite black family that I'm supposed to be part of. You see what I'm saying? But here's what I had to do. I had to just really look and analyze. If I was raised up there with them folks, you know, I wouldn't be who I was. I wouldn't be relatable. I might still be a lawyer. Hell, I might be a big shot, you know, in the government, you know, but I wouldn't be able to be Uncle D. Because see, I understand your stories. You see what I mean? I got that Mississippi grandma and that Mississippi family, and you know, the Sunday mornings with the gospel music playing and the
Oh
plastic
yeah.
on the sofa.
Oh yeah.
You see what I mean? And the sweet potato pies you can't touch.
Come on
You
now.
know.
Come on
So
now.
so you know, it makes me more relatable to Black American people in general, Black American men. And that's why I go so hard on the sisters, because I know you can do better. Because I was raised by women who did better. And so you
Mm.
falling short. And you know you are. And and I know them intimately. Like I know what you do. I've been knowing what you do. I'm not gonna play a game with you. I'm not some suburban dude. I'm probably more ghetto and hood than most people just by experience. And if you read my books, you'll see like, damn, the people. There's one dude from Detroit. He had a hard life. He read my books. He's like, damn, you had a hard life. It's like, yeah, but it makes me more relatable, man. And you know, I just do this. I do this because I feel like somebody needs to speak honestly to Black men. Like I'm not a religious figure. We've had the Martin Luther Kings, the Farrakhan's, the Malcolm X. I'm not here trying to hit you in the head with a Quran or a Bible. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to speak to you from the experiences that I've had over the past 30, 40 years. And hopefully, what that'll do is it'll give you a bearing as to what direction you should head in, fellas. Because I don't want to see any more Black men get taken out for stupid stuff. You
Yeah.
know, you get caught with weed and now you're doing 2 years in jail, 2 years on probation. You violate that probation. Now you got a year in jail. You lose your job. You lose your driver's license. You got a criminal record. And then it's just all downhill from there. So, you know, and I've lost so many good friends that were better than me in so many different things, better than me in math, athletics, history, leadership. And they should be here because by all
Mm-hmm.
rights, they would have been great assets to society, but they're not, you know. And so that's where my passion for helping brothers come in, because we don't really have advocates. You know, we don't really have people to stand in the cut and speak up on behalf of Black men, you know. And so that's why I do what I do, man. That's my
It's,
motivation for the
it's
most.
funny that you would say that. That's one of the reasons I do what I do, and I give my testimony to let guys know there's life after life.
Mm,
There's a life after life.
yeah,
You can have the life that you started off with, but you can rewrite the script and allow a whole new life to be presented. I remember when I
yeah.
first started getting on YouTube, I was wondering, should I tell my story? Should I tell my testimony?
Mm,
And when I start telling guys, like, listen, I did 10 piece in the feds. I know what
mm,
it's like to come out with your degrees and have no money, but you got the education because you're redefining your life. I know what
right.
it's like to sit back and fill out that passport form. I've had so many guys reach out to me, Dennis,
Mm,
due to the fact that I got my passport. They were like, I didn't know that you could have a criminal record and get your pass. I said, man, they take your voting right. I said, but they don't take your passport. I didn't know. I said, I thought they was gonna reject mine. I said, I was
ain't
just
that
waiting for the
something?
rejection.
Ain't that
It's I've
something?
had men and women reach out to me in regards to thank you for sharing that. Now I have my passport.
I mean, think about that. You can leave, go to another country, marry a woman there, and get all your rights restored in that country. Right to vote, right to own land. You're not a second class citizen. The right to earn money. And so it's just other opportunities out there, brothers. You know, and I just want y'all to know that. Like, it was hard to go from where I was to where I am now. And what I realized is it's not that hard everywhere, because at the end of the day, you really just want a good, solid family, a good, nice place to live, good food, good people around you. And you shouldn't have to make six figures, eight figures, whatever, just to do that. You know, it's simple. It's the simple things in life when you get older. When you're young, you know, some of us, we want to have flashy cars and big money because we trying to impress women that, you know, that we really don't need in the first place, because they're not going to do anything but hold you back and bring you down. And but when you get older, man, things settle down. You see what's important. And to me,
You
what's
really do.
important, yeah, what's important is family. That's the most important thing to me. Family, being the best father I can be, God willing, being an excellent husband. And I dedicate myself to my woman all the time. I say, baby, I'll never cheat on you. I say I would never do that because I don't ever want to lose. I don't ever want you to not trust me. I don't ever want you to not see me as the moral authority. And I always want you to understand that I have your best interest at heart. And you know, when you have a woman like that, man, it's real. Unless she's just totally toxic, it's really hard for a woman not to just fall deeply and madly in love with you to the point that you know she ready to stab abroad. But you know,
Yeah.
sometimes yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you dedicate. That's the type of dedication you want to have because it's beyond love. You know, you need more than just love to hold a family together. You need dedication and responsibility. Even when I don't feel like getting up, I love my kids. But that dedication I have to that responsibility that I owe to them, that duty that a man owes to his family and his children, that's what gets me up and keeps me going. Because look, they damn near grown now. I mean, one of them about to be 16,
Hey, they
14.
sprouting.
Yeah,
I was on your
yeah,
Instagram
yeah,
and I saw your oldest. I
yeah,
say, boy, if that boy ain't got his daddy height going up,
yeah,
I say, goodness
yeah,
gracious, the boys sprouting up,
yeah.
especially after looking at the pilot of the show and see how young they
Uh-huh.
were, or seeing your
Mhm.
commercials, how young they
Yeah,
were. And now to see
yeah,
these young gentlemen right now, oh my
yeah,
goodness, man.
yeah, man. And the thing is, like I said, it was hard when they was 8 because I got my kids at 8 months and 2.5 years old. So I'm still
Mhm.
changing diapers. My big old self is down there kneeled over the tub scrubbing kids. Can you imagine? I'm 6'5", damn near 300 pounds. I got the soap and I'm changing diapers and I got powder on my face and they don't want to go to sleep. And I got to read this one, the bedtime story. I got to tuck this one in the bed. This one's scared of the dark. You see what I mean? I got to get up in the morning early to get them ready to go to school. All these things. And I still got to run a law practice. You see what I mean? So what I basically did, man, I just put my social life on hold for about 10 years. And I just dedicated myself all in to just raising my children. What you see on
Monk mode.
Instagram, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. What you see on IG and like the pictures and that's me getting away from a weekend, turning up all I can because I got to be back. I got to be back at on Thursday or Friday at 6 p.m. I got to be over there to pick them kids up because they don't understand that daddy can't come because he missed his flight.
That's
So
right.
you know, so that's my thing, man. You know, family is the most important thing, and I wish every black man that beautiful. I know you got a beautiful wife down there in Colombia, man, and you know it's a blessing. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
And so, you know, I wish that for all these black men, especially knowing how many of them don't have children and are married. That's a shame.
That's so true. That's so true. We don't have any kids. We're actually working on having children next year.
There
We
you
want
go.
our kids. We're moving to Portugal in 2025. We want the kids to have
Woo!
uh, uh, we want the kids to be born with 3 passports. We want them to be born
Outstanding.
with the Colombian passport, the American passport, and the Portuguese passport. Portuguese passport. So not Portuguese, but the
Spanish, Spain.
Portugal passport. And
Okay.
so we talked to an attorney about what steps
Hmm.
do we have to take, and we even did an episode on 10 reasons why you should have a blood test, and one of them is just to prove if you the baby daddy. But there
Yeah.
are other reasons, and the passport regarding to verify that these children are American
Hmm.
blood children is
Right.
one of the reasons why you want to do the blood test. And so we did an episode in regards to that. So we're excited about that. This year,
Okay.
I'm eligible to apply for my Colombian citizenship.
Hey,
So
look at you,
I
man.
know, right?
Yeah.
I got my driver's license, I got my IDs, I got my
Ah,
visas.
okay.
Now get my citizenship, and by this time next year, I have both passports. And the passports for me really is a testimony to, once again, just like your life is to
Mhm.
showcase to men that this can happen. We just everyday brothers from around the
Yeah.
way, from with Southern families that
Yeah.
that's actually doing what any man can actually do once he puts his mind to it.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's it, man. I gotta I wish I could be here a little longer to chop it up with you, man, but I got a house full of kids and I gotta
Oh,
go get I gotta go get my son's dog. They left the dog out. I gotta go over there and get the
see,
dog and
thank you, Dennis.
yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
You
Just
know,
this
yeah.
last part.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because my wife been bugging me about getting a dog for the longest, and the fact that you said that, I'm gonna play that clip for her right there, because we
Look, man,
travel. So, man, listen,
I got a cat. I don't know how this happened. I got a fiance, a cat, 2 kids, 1 coming, and a dog. You know what I'm saying? My other son is probably coming up here too soon. So I got a house full, man.
Congratulations.
I went from passport bro extraordinaire to straight up daddy. You understand that? Daddy. I'm waking kids up, you know, in the morning. Like, you know, I got more custody, so I get them during the weekdays. And now I got to wake up at about 5:30 in the morning, wake them up.
Come on now.
You know, I don't understand what's wrong with these high schools. My son had to be at high school at 7:30 in the morning. Are you kidding me? 7:30 in the morning.
Early.
I mean,
The sun ain't even up yet.
I got to get up at 5:50. Got to get him up by 6 because you know he's a teenager, so he's groggy. You know, then I got you got to be out the house by 7. If you are out the house by 7:01, you're gonna be 10 minutes late because you got to miss that you're gonna miss that line is gonna fill up. You see what I mean? And then if you got a kid in middle school, have you ever waited in one of these middle school carpool lines?
Yes, I have.
It's up the block.
Yes, I have. Listen. I'm talking about before school and after school. See, I was a stepdad for 14 years, and I was an active stepdad, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You're hoping you can get a parking space close to the school.
Sometimes I'll be like, look, just walk up the block. You'll see us. Just walk up the block. Okay, it's about a half a mile up, and we'll go. Come on, man. But it's like, no, you gotta wait in that line. Then they directing traffic. Come on. And yeah, man. So yeah, man, that's how I do, man. If I'm not talking to you guys on the internet, trying to do my part to try to help motivate brothers and give them hope, I'm with my kids, man. I don't party like I used to. I don't drink. I think I might have had 1 glass of wine in the past year. But it's just because I want to focus 100% on my children.
That's right, brother.
Family, and grow that, because that's what's important at the end of the day.
True. Yeah. So true. I don't want to hold you up, man. I just want to let you know, Dennis, man. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I'm so proud of you, man. As a brother to brother, just one step at a time, man. When I first heard you, I was like, that brother remind me of me.
Yeah.
With the straightforwardness, no cut, and letting men know there's opportunities out here for us, man. And I want to say I'm proud of you, and I thank you, and I support everything that you're doing. You showcase not only the travel part of a passport, you also showcase the beauty of fatherhood and relationships, man. And that's what I try to do on our end, man. So continue to do what you do, man. We love to have you back on the show anytime. I'm always be popping in on yours.
Yeah. Praise Moses. Praise Moses.
I'm going to and hey Dennis, before you leave, you got to let brothers know where they can get the t-shirts, the books, and the CDs, where they get the music. I said CDs, but the music.
Yeah. Man, the music is free on the internet, man. It's all on the internet. Just type in D.DAMONN, either with the either D period with no space and then D period DAMONN. But my first name is Dennis. My middle name is Damon. It's basically just my first initial, Damon with 2 N's, DAMONN. And I got 6 albums. I got like an 80 song catalog, man. And it's you guys will be shocked. Like, this what this dude was doing. You know, like, wow. It's a life story. It's a lot of lessons in it. It's, you know, you go through different emergences in life. You merge into this person, into that person. And, you know, the outer exterior has one thing going on. You look the same, but you're changing, forever changing. And the music represents my evolution from blue pill, as some people call blue pill simp, to Don Juan Carlos El Patron. You know,
all right.
you know what I'm saying? It went from accepting other people's stereotypes of who I am and what I'm supposed to be, to me saying, man, I'm free. This world is mine. And that's what Don Juan Carlos El Patron represents, is me immersing myself into a whole different world, you know, and me being who it is that I'm supposed to be, not what people tell me I'm supposed to be. You know, me taking the reins of my own life.
Hey, Dennis, do me a favor. Don't let that slide by. Say that again.
me taking the reins of my life and leading it in the direction that I want, what's best for me, my purpose, if you will. So the music is free. It's on the internet. If you want to buy my books, you can go get them on Amazon. You just type in Dennis Sperling. That's the story of my life. It's a path, that I took. And it's educational because I quote a lot of biblical verses to show you that this is part of the human condition.
Oh yeah.
So you're not alone. Like what you had to do, that 10 years being away that you had to deal with. That was a what's the word I'm looking for? That was a mountain. That was a desert that you had to cross, and you made it, and you came out of it, and look at you shining. I tell people all the time that you don't know what kind of star you are until you begin to rise and people see your shine.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's in the books too, man. So it's a lot of wisdom in there. Like I said, I refer to the Bible a lot because that's where, for me, that's where that's my law book. That's my citation.
Oh, come on now.
You
come on now.
What I'm saying? Like, and if I can see this is happening to him and it's happening to me, okay, I'm not alone. It's happened to a whole lot of other people. That's why when I get on these YouTube streets, I can tap in because I understand myself. And because I understand myself, I understand the human condition. And if I understand the human condition, I can speak to people and give them hope about their condition. We are special on this planet. We are a group of men without homes because we were taken away from our homes and we've been kept away so long, the people at home don't even know us. So guess what? You can look at that as a bad thing and you can go longing to go back to the home that you once had, or you can find new homes because you're free. You're free men. And you've paid your debt. The men that came before you here in the United States, they paid the debt for you. And so now you're free, black man. You're free. So,
Absolutely.
Enjoy. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let me let you enjoy the rest of your evening with the young people.
Yeah, and the t-shirts, man, just type in Dennis Sperling merch. Dennis Sperling, MERCH merch. I got a whole bunch of fun stuff in there, man. Protect those big black nuts. That's my mantra.
I caught that one. I caught that one. You're gonna be seeing me wearing some of your shirts on the show, man.
That's what's up, man. Thank you so much for having me, brother. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, brother. Anytime. You have a great evening, brother.
Okay. All right,
man. Shout out. All right, guys. We had our brother Dennis Sperling up here, the Blizzard King, in the building. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys know. I never knew that the peach Crown Royal would be so delicioso. Man, this is, mind you, the original Crown can never be replaced, right? I even still got the bag, all right? The peach bag. That apple bow down to. During the holidays, the caramel, amazing. But this peach, yeah, you guys, you showing some love. Shout out to my man, Dennis Sperling. Please make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. If you haven't already subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Please make sure because he usually comes on every day or every other day. Make sure you guys watch his episodes because what he has to say comes with the same passion and desire that we have here. Now, mind you, I ain't done with the show. We still gonna get to the 3 topics, and I'm gonna come to you guys super chats. But I just want to finish speaking in regards to what Dennis is trying to relate to you guys. Remember I said Dennis is the most interesting man in the world, and he could have been on that commercial? Do you not know that's you? That's you. Yes, you. Just let me point to the camera. Yes, you. You are the most interesting man in the motherfucking world. Ain't nobody came through what you done came through. It ain't a female that's walked this planet that had 10 kids that have came through. I know we love our mamas, especially brothers, but you are the most interesting man in the motherfucking world. It ain't a white boy. because they trying to be like you. It ain't an Asian dude. They imitate how you walk, how you talk, how you move. Shout out to my white boy brothers. They try to do everything that you do. You know why? Because you're the most interesting motherfucker that's walking the planet. Act like it. That's what Dennis is doing. You see how Dennis say, hey, I get up at 5. Y'all see me on camera, but I get up at 5 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, 5:30, to get these boys. I got a new one coming with my fiance. That's what Dennis is saying. I got a house full of kids right now running around with a cat and dog. That's what Dennis is saying. And yet he's still taking time out to showcase his love for us. This dude is balling out of control. I'm telling you, the dude already gave his numbers. He ain't got damn an algorithm, damn sitting back on the Google AdSense and waiting for sponsorships and Patreon. By the way, we'll be launching our Patreon. But Dennis, he does all this from his heart, man. All this from this dude's heart, man. Because he wants to see the best for us. He will rather defend you on YouTube than have to defend you in court. I'm going to say that again. This brother will rather spend his time teaching us and showcasing us how life works as a man, as a father, as a future husband, as a traveler, and as a brother to his brothers, than to sit back and have to defend you to a fucking white judge in a courtroom. He'd rather tell you right now, brother, if you do this, and if you divide this and multiply this, you'll be good. Do you not know, before I get to these super chats, life is nothing. Last episode we did the J curve. If you wasn't here for the J curve, you missed out. All of life is nothing but a goddamn J curve. That's it. That's it. You'll never be better than your J curve. None of us. Dennis had to go through the J curve. I had to go through the J curve in every area of my life, and so do you. And some of you dudes are falling short at the bottom of the J. I'm going to say that again. You've fallen short at the bottom of your J when you just should be just wham. Moving up to the top of your J, you bullshitting around down here, and your life get fucked up at the bottom of your J. I'm going to give you another one of my tips how I unfucked my life. How I stopped half-assing. You ready? When I discovered life is nothing but a mathematical equation. I'm going to let that sink in for a minute. I'm going to get to these super chats and these comments. Life is nothing but a motherfucking mathematical equation. Let's go to math. Addition. Some of you have already heard me say this last year. Subtraction, multiplication, division. You ready? Every fucking area of your life that went right was because of multiplication, addition, subtraction, or division of something or someone. That's it. That's it. Either you multiply something or somebody in your life, or you divide it. In other words, you split that situation up. You say, this idea really worked. Let me try it again. This idea really worked. Let me try it again. You divided it. You either added somebody to your life that was good for you, or you added somebody to your life that was fucked up for you. You subtracted the right person from your life. And sometimes we subtract the wrong people from our life when it should have been the other motherfuckers subtracted from our life. All of life, that's it. It's a fucking math. The universe is a mathematical equation. That's what I love about God. God think he's slick, but I listen. The universe is nothing but a fucking clock. Wound up. That's it. You sow it, you grow. You sow tomatoes, you get tomatoes. You sow potatoes, you get potatoes. Sowing and reaping, that's it. If you sow addition, if you keep adding bullshitty ass women in the States that don't give a fuck about you, guess what you're going to get? People that don't give a fuck about you. I'm going to tell y'all something. I used to sit back in the feds, true stories. True, even with me. This is a true story on me too. While you out in the streets and you making money, the baddest, and I mean the baddest. You ain't got to, when you making good money, you ain't got to come to Colombia. I got you, brothers. Because it's going to be the baddest motherfuckers that you ever saw trying to walk up on you in the club, trying to walk up on you. I'm talking about if you're just an everyday working dude. You ain't got to be doing the legal shit like I was doing. Let your happy ass get sick. For all my brothers that's making red money, shout out to you brothers that's doing illegal shit. I sell a little weed. I sell a little something. Let you get locked down. True story. Other than my attorney, I didn't have one female I could call for bail. When the feds came through, y'all know when the feds came through, 3 motherfuckers. I kid you not. If y'all haven't heard the story, I'm saying that the true deep Hollywood story for Kings and Dreams channel. So when y'all guys want to hear my full story, me and Kings and Dreams are going to be doing one. I'm sitting up there watching Yo MTV Raps, 1989. Me, my boy, I got a chick on my lap. I got a black chick on this lap. Bullshit you not. I got a white girl, my white girl Wendy, blonde and blue-eyed. I got the jealous black girl on this lap. And I'm like, I wish you would act like you mad at Wendy. I'll throw your ass out a goddamn window before I get rid of Wendy ass. That was my ride or die, the white girl. We hear rumbling. My boy peek out the window, sat back on the couch, kept on watching UMTV Raps. Feds. That's all he said. Feds. And sat back on the couch. He was so cool, we thought he was bullshitting. Until the rumbling got louder. And being from Detroit, because I was in Detroit, I had spots all over the country. I recognized that sound. I throw both of these bitches on the floor. I run straight to the kitchen, about to jump out the window. Feds coming out the basement. They've been in the basement the whole goddamn morning. I didn't know news reporters were already out there. 3 black federal trucks have been out there, and goddamn 20 to 30 federal officers were 6 of them came out the basement. And as soon as I kicked in that goddamn kitchen window and got ready to jump, all I saw was this big ass dog. I bullshit you not. And all I saw was Arsenal pointed at me. And the white dude was like, "Don't do it, son. Whatever you do, son, don't do it." Because they knew as soon as I leaped, I would never touch the ground. I would never, let's put it like this. I would have never known that my body touched the ground. I'd have been dead before I hit that ground. That's how the feds came for me. It wasn't like, "Hey, Mr. Spence, we got a warrant out for your arrest." It wasn't like that. So, but you can still turn your life around. That's what my point is. If I can get out the fucking feds after doing the 10 years and then 5 years paper, you dudes had a head start in the race of life. I'm in the feds for 15 years. 10 years in the feds, 5 years paper. And if my life is better than yours and you the same age that I am, what the fuck did you do with that 15 years head start? Could somebody tell me what the fuck you did with 15 years head start on me? You had a 5th race. Pow! They shot the gun. Pow! We and both of us are running the same race of life. You got a 15-year head start on me. And if I passed you up, what the fuck was you doing? I'm 56. If you 55, 56, 53, 57, 61, and my life is better than yours, and you had a 15-year head start on me, what the fuck did you do with those 15 years? Put that in the comment section. What you do with your 15 years when I was in the feds just rotting? They put me in a goddamn jar. That's why I look so young for 56 years old, because they put me in a fucking jar to where I wasn't eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. I wasn't eating barbecue. I wasn't eating Thanksgiving food. I wasn't eating Christmas meals. I'm in a fucking jar. The only thing I get to eat at that time period before I became vegetarian, chicken. So what the fuck did you do with 15 years head start? And it's a dude right now that's getting out the feds right now. Right now. Tomorrow morning is his last day in the feds. And he'll have a better life than some of you brothers. So my question is, what the fuck did you do while that brother was in the feds? Come on, let's be real. That's what my point is. The United States is giving you a male fairy tale. 3 areas we're going to talk about. Blah! You versus me, I stand there. I ain't moved across the line. They already shot the gun. I wait. 3 weeks? Nope. 2 years? Nope. You running life. You running life. I stand there. I ain't moved nowhere. I ain't crossed the yellow tape. Nothing. I'm talking to the goddamn dude that shot the gun off in the Olympics. I'm looking at the crowd in the Olympics. I'm looking at the banners. I'm looking all around. Look at the sky in the Olympics. You steady running. You take your marathon. They tell me I got to wait 15 years before I can cross that line. I'm waiting 15 years. You running your ass off. You trained for this. You thought you knew what the fuck life was all about. Cool. You think you know life? Cool. You think you got this? Cool. You don't need God. You don't need the Bible. You don't need no direction. You don't need a mentor. You don't need nobody to tell you shit. You don't need people from other cultures. You ain't got no white friends. Some of y'all brothers ain't got nan white friend. You ain't got no Asian friend. No fucking Latin friend. I found out about Colombia because I had Latin friends. Excuse me. All my black friends, and I'm talking about pallbearers. If I died, these niggas would be my pallbearers. They ain't told me nothing about no damn Colombia, Thailand, Iceland, New Zealand. These niggas ain't told me nothing. But then when I got some white boy friends, some when I knew Philippine females were fine, when I got out the Fed, and my first female friend that was Philippine, and I'm looking at her like, she said, I'm Philippine. How the fuck you look like a light-skinned sister? And you Asian? She said, yeah, I'm from the Philippines. I'm like, God damn, they got them. And I kid you not. And this is my homegirl. I said, they got them fine like that in the Philippines? She said, yeah, Andre, they got women that look better than me in the Philippines. She said, I'm just a regular girl. When it came to Colombia, my Colombian male and female friends was on my ass. They was like, no homo. They were like, Dre, you've been in every country but our country. Why? But let's go back 15 years. Come on now. You 55 like I am, 56 like I am, 57, 58 like I am. You 63, like Taylor Made Dreams. You 61, 62. You had a 15-year head start on me on getting a passport. Just $135 motherfucking passport. How the fuck you in your 50s and you ain't get a passport? You let a motherfucker from the streets of Detroit, a thug ass nigga, get a passport before you get one. Come to Colombia, meet a good woman before you got one. Build a goddamn 6-figure business before you built one. Got a car, about to get a goddamn citizenship, new passports. If America told me, Andre, do me a favor, suck my motherfucking dick. Guess what, America? I got another whole goddamn country that give a fuck about me other than you. You had a 15-year head start on my black ass, and you couldn't do that. You had a dude that was on probation, that sat back, and once I got done with probation, I filed for passports, voting rights. Dude, I'm gonna tell y'all something. In all sincerity, I was so scared that every motherfucking thing was against me. Even though I had the resume, even though I came out the Fed with the degrees, and even though my grandfather, when he died, left me $20,000, so I had enough little change to sustain me. Dude, I was so fucking scared. I went to the police station. I never told this story. It's the first time I ever told anybody this story. I kid you not. See, maybe the second. But this is the first time I told it to everybody to hear it. When I got out the feds, I was trying to get an apartment in my name. I was so scared. Oh, because listen to other motherfucking brothers, nigga, you can't get no job when there ain't nobody go hire you. Got a number, nigga. You got a federal number, nigga. Ain't nobody go hire you. You ain't gonna be shit, nigga. So I'm believing what everybody else. Now I'm not telling them I believe in this shit. And I got 20,000. But that don't mean shit after you buy yourself a vehicle. And you get yourself, you sit back thinking, like, I got a good, all right. I got a good, I buy me a nice vehicle because I ain't been around cars in 10 years. So I don't know how to fix none of these motherfuckers. So let me go get a car that runs right. Now I got 10,000 left. Guys, I was you think you scared of moving to Colombia? Fuck being scared. I don't know the language. What is that? What? Nigga, I had numbers against me. Police officers. I got 2 stories to tell y'all before I hit these super chats too. In all sincerity, for real, fellas, I went down to the police station and checked my number myself. As if I was a landlord, as if I was a person that was hiring this person and let me run their fingerprints. I ran my own fucking fingerprints. I ran my own dude. I bullshit you not. Other than my federal shit from way back, because remember, when you get convicted, that's when it starts. It doesn't start the day you get out and they say, oh, well, he was in the Fed for 10 years. No, your record starts on the day they say you convicted. So my shit was in 89, not 99 when I got out. I'm thinking 99. I'm thinking they're going all the way back to 99. I get out in 99. I walk into a police station in 99. And I'm thinking all type of shit about to pop up. All my goddamn cases I got in Cleveland, goddamn Indiana cases, Chicago cases, Detroit. Oh, what? If y'all think I was just feds, you out your rabbit ass mind. I had all type of cases against me. I had fed and state cases. My shit ran concurrent. Now, if they'd have ran that shit wild, I wouldn't be here today. But my shit ran concurrent. That means that if I had a stateside case, dude, I kid y'all not, in all sincerity, I'm about to get out in 2 years of the feds. I know I got 3 cases, 3 stateside cases sitting out there. I got Indiana. I got Chicago. I got Cleveland. I write to judges. Listen, I done fucked up, but I done got it right. Can y'all run my time concurrent with my federal time? I got 5 years in Chicago waiting for me. 2 years in Cleveland, in a year and a half waiting for me in Detroit. As soon as I get the fuck out. Kid y'all not. I wrote the judges. I got 2 years left. I'm in Terre Haute, Indiana. Terre Haute is when I told y'all the story when John Gotti came through and all the helicopters was around and shit, and everybody looked like, wow, these goddamn goddamn helicopters around. And John Gotti came through on it. He's because they brought him over after the case. The first place, because they drove his ass through. Okay, they flew him to Club Fed through the plane, right? That's my first flight. By the way, for those of you that ever wonder what was my first, how I never got over, I didn't get a chance to be scared of planes. Why? My first flight, I had a goddamn black box locked between these. Okay, I'm telling y'all how the black box looks. Like this. They handcuff you and it's black. That's your hand. It's a big ass box. That's it, the black box. So I'm handcuffed in the black box at 3:30 in the morning. The flight goes out, fed when they shipping you to another prison. Because I was a passport bro in prison. I was purposely filling out the forms to go transfer because you could transfer every 6 months to a new prison. So I'm like, fuck this. I ain't about to do no goddamn 10 years in one prison. I said, man, fuck this. I'm about to break this up in parts, right? Dudes, I was known all over the goddamn country. I'm in El Reno, Oklahoma, goddamn MCC, Chicago, Jessup, Georgia, Atlanta. How come y'all prison is in the hood, in the middle of the projects? A big ass prison across the street from the liquor store in Atlanta. Bullshit you not. Go ahead, do your homework, Atlanta dudes. And so MCC Atlanta, Milan, Michigan, which is right next to Ann Arbor. Goddamn Lexington, Kentucky. Allentown, Pennsylvania. I was there when they opened that motherfucker up. Up in the hill. We ran. We like, why is it so foggy? They was like, it ain't foggy. Them clouds. We are riding through motherfucking clouds up the hill in Allentown, Pennsylvania to get to the goddamn prison. That's how high up in the air that prison is. So when I got out the feds, I kid y'all not, I went down and I sat back and I go to the police station. I'm scared in a motherfucker. I fill out a form because you could actually, even if you do that did time in the past. I'm listening to all these motherfuckers talk about your number gonna hold you back, dog. You ain't gonna never be shit in life. Your life gonna always be fucked up, nigga. I ain't have no chance. You ain't gonna get no chance. 85% recidivism rate, meaning 85% of dudes that go to prison in one capacity or another take their ass back within a year. 85% recidivism rate. That's all I'm hearing. Nigga, you coming back here. That's all I'm hearing. I'm like, nigga, I got degrees. I'm better than that. I got Jesus. I'm good. I got Muhammad. I got Buddha. Everybody on my team. But I'm standing in front of this police station, inside this police station, filling out the form. And when it came back, Mr. Spence, we found nothing. We found nothing. Is there anything that you're looking for? I was like, no. And the reason why I went was because I wanted to get an apartment and I didn't want to be embarrassed. I'm 33. I didn't want to be embarrassed with the guy that will be my future landlord finding out I was in the feds. So I wanted to see what the fuck they would see before they saw it, right? Excuse me. True story. Story number 2. Remember I said I bought a truck, got my driver's license, hadn't driven in 10 years. I get pulled over late at night, driving to Indiana from Detroit to fuck with a chick that I was fucking in Indiana. This was my first long tour. Anybody know where Fort Wayne, Indiana is? It's just 2.5 hours away from Detroit. You go through, you shoot down I-75, you hit Toledo. You just skirt through Toledo. Oh, the wind was blowing. And okay, not the wind, but the door open. But so you skirt through Toledo through 24. You take 24 all the way down to Fort Wayne, Indiana. And if you want to, you can jump on 469 and take your ass all the way down to Indianapolis. I'm fucking with a chick in the Fort Wayne. My first time driving this long on a highway. Police pulled me over. Excuse me. I give my driver's license, registration, identification, so forth, insurance. No problem with that. You know why we pulled you over? I said, listen, before you run my records, before you say what you think it was, I say, dude, I've only had my driver's license for a month. I just got out the feds. I got my driver's license. I bought this truck, no problem. This is my first highway drive. He said, thank you. He said, we had already ran your place, Mr. Spence. He said, truck drivers were complaining that you drive too slow. So you need to just pick up the pace on your driving. You're driving too slow down this highway. And so they were wondering, why is this person driving in a truck lane too slow? But now we understand that this is your first time being on a highway in 10 years. Take your time, pick up the pace a little bit more, and you'll make it to your destination safely. So when I tell y'all I overcame some shit, and y'all see the Andre, and y'all be seeing people on YouTube talking shit about, I don't give a fuck about what somebody got to say. And now that's why I brought Dennis on. And that's why I asked Dennis those personal questions, because nobody ever asked Dennis personal shit. And now you get a chance to hear the Dennis Sperling personal shit, the get up 5 o'clock in the morning personal shit, the fact that he's got a reality. So most of you didn't know Dennis had a reality show in 2017. I know that, but y'all didn't know. Nobody ever talks about that shit. The reason why I say this, you had a 15 fucking year head start. What the fuck did you do with I would love for some of you old motherfuckers that's my age to tell me, what the fuck did you do with your 15 years while I was in the fucking feds? How the fuck is my life at least a little better than your shit? You still dealing with them bull. Now let's go full circle. Let's go full circle, because I laid a foundation with this. The reason why I brought that up, the reason why I told my story, the reason why I talked about the 15 years is the only reason my life is slightly better than some brothers in the States, not all brothers. Shout out to my man Flyboy Way, man. I watched your video the other day, how you always, once again, encouraging brothers to have financial discipline and financial literacy when it comes to being the man that you need to be. Hey, if you guys haven't subscribed to Flyboy Way, I don't know what the fuck you doing, for real. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't just give you tips on how to travel to places, but he also gives you tips of shit, basically, so you can have the money to go there to these places. So make sure you guys subscribe to Flyboy Way, man, in such a way. We got 111 people here, and we got Peach Snaps. Make sure you guys click that like button. I like you. You like me too. But I'm gonna come back to these comment section, these super chats in a second. But I'm making a point. Guys, if I could get y'all to see this shit, they are selling us a male fairy tale. One of the reasons why y'all still deal with the same chick that y'all dealt with since high school, because you keep believing in the male fairy tale. Some of y'all keep fucking the same type of women because you believe in the male fairy tale. Some of y'all actually believe, let me tell you, let's go to the 3 areas that we talked about. First area of the male fairy tale, or the areas that ain't shit gonna change no time too soon for men in the United States. This is one area, not about talking about finances or jobs and none of that. But when it comes to being a man, I don't care about your color, race, creed. I don't give a fuck about none of that. When it comes to these 3 areas, ain't shit gonna change in your lifetime. I'm gonna say this again to let you know how serious this is. In your lifetime, you will never see this shit change. So what you gonna do about it? First area is how you are treated as a man in the United States. By society as we ain't talking about women, we ain't talking about kids, old people, everybody. How everybody treat heterosexual, old school, us males. Motherfucking alphas, if you want to call us, old school dudes that cut your young ass boy, get your ass waiting boy, young boy, you gonna get cut. Whatever you want to call us, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, whatever you want to say the fuck about us, I'm gonna tell y'all how they treat us men among men, like Kings of Dreams say, red pill men. That shit ain't gonna change. Child support rules, that shit ain't gonna change. how women vote against anything that got to do with men progressing. That's not going to change in your lifetime. What's not going to change in your lifetime also is alimony and how they calculate that shit is not going to change. How the government looks out for women. How the government looks out for women when it comes to Section 8, WIC, and other government programs, when it comes to scholarships, when take it from me from an ex-college recruiter, financial aid. Women get financial aid. Dude, they don't just get financial aid, they get daycare. Let a woman have any form of kids. A part of their financial aid that they get is to watch kids. This ain't something I heard. This is something I was doing as a financial aid, in financial aid, and also a college recruiter. Yeah, you got kids. Okay, how many kids you got? Okay, you want to go to school for? You want to go? Okay. Physical therapy. Okay, all right. You know that's a bullshit degree, right? Oh, you don't care? Okay, you don't care. Okay. So when they sit back and say black women got the most degrees, no, black women got the most bullshit degrees that dudes like me would try to tell them don't get that fucking goddamn degree in archaeology because your ass is too, you ain't gonna get up there and dig no bones. That psychology, that psych degree, that liberal arts degree. We trying to tell sisters, don't get these ragged ass degrees. Get you a STEM degree. But men still ruling in STEM. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. We still ruling that shit. Women like this, if the job don't come with an air conditioner, they don't want it. I'm going to say this again. With most women, if the job don't come with an air conditioner, they don't want it. I don't give a fuck if she a CEO. Does it come with an air conditioner? I don't give a fuck if she worth billions. I became a billionaire in an air-conditioned unit. Men out there getting it from the motherfucking dirt, climbing up goddamn towers and in a goddamn ocean, putting in fiber optics and shit and digging goddamn oil tankers and drilling shit and sitting up there creating mathematical shit so we can put goddamn space around, we can put goddamn satellites around Jupiter and shit. That's what men are doing. Men are sitting back and say, why should we do electronics this way? Why can't we be electricians and take it on a whole nother scale? Why can't we? Men are doing that fucking shit. I sat back and watched a woman on a video in Tampa. Shout out to her. Dude came into the gym. Some of you guys just came out a couple of days ago. Dude came, a brother, sad part, came into the gym trying to do some strange things to that sister. She whooped his ass. While she was calling the police, she putting a thing on him, beating him down, and beep, 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 calling the police on the phone. Guess what police that she was hoping would come through the door? Wasn't none of these beta police. She wasn't looking for a beta police officer. She looking for a goddamn police officer that could whoop some ass to walk through that goddamn door. That's a man. That's you dudes. That's who she was looking through to come through the door. What's my point in saying all this? Andre just talking shit and he drinking? Nope. We still early. It's only an hour and 20 minutes in. The one thing, if you watch Dennis Sperling, Kevin Samuels, Flyboy Way, O'Shea Duke Jackson, if you sit back, you watch in the Manosphere brothers, all these, the founders of the Manosphere. If you sit back, you watch the Red Pill brothers. If you sit back, you watch shout out to the White Boy brothers when it comes to the MGTOW. What message are they trying to project to us? Stop living in this fucking male fairy tale. The Matrix is not about being fooled about the technology. The Matrix is you being fooled into a fucking male fairy tale. In your lifetime, these bitches, I don't give a fuck how many y'all fuck. You're going to meet some good ones. There are some amazingly fit, feminine, friendly, supportive, sexy, good women in the United States. I will never take that away from their fine asses. Some of our grandmothers and mothers were the foundation of the black community. But right now, as I said before, it's like trying to find a needle in a stack of needles. You gonna get your ass pricked up for the next 30 years trying to find a fucking needle in a goddamn stack of needles. That needle in the haystack shit, that shit is over. I'm gonna say that again. The part of the male fairy tale that you dudes keep on trying to live, you keep on thinking you gonna I'll find a needle in the haystack. She's rare. The haystack is gone. Your ass need to find a needle in a stack of needles now. That's dating in America. Numero dos. Number one is how they treat you in the United States. The laws won't change. I repeat this. If you think the laws are going to change and the rules and the regulations and you'll be able to open up doors for women and they'll say, why, thank you. That shit is gone. If you think that you can sit back and glance at a chick in the gym and all of a sudden she's like, well, manager, they were looking at me. I think they should be kicked out the gym. That shit is not going to change anytime too soon in your fucking lifetime. So I don't care if you fucking 22. Even Austin at 23 realized this. The male fairy tale is not going to come to an end in his lifetime. And he realized it at 23. Once again, some of you motherfuckers got a head start. Some of you dudes got a what? 40-year head start on Austin? 25-year head on Austin? He was already 6 figures before he left coming from Houston. So he wasn't broke, brother. You got 30 years on Austin Holloman. How the fuck you let a young dude go on YouTube not even a year ago, go on TikTok a year ago, and all he said was one thing, it's just that bad. And he shot past half you motherfuckers when it comes to living at 20 fucking 3 and you 43. Well, I got a kid. Take care of your business, brother. I ain't mad at you. But I'm talking about the rest of you brothers. I'm talking about you brothers before you had a kid. What was your 23 like? All y'all 23, come on now. All y'all 23 wasn't Flyboy Ray 23. Were you working? You with a company? You see the potential? All of us wasn't on that shit. Most of y'all was like me on some bullshit. Mine was in one capacity or another. My 23 was in the feds. Barack Obama, he's smoking weed at 23. What was yours? Either way, we were still stuck in the male fairy tale. We always talk about women living in fairy tales. Kevin Samuel kept on talking about women living as Disney. Y'all motherfuckers live in Disney. Shit, damn women. Y'all living a Disney life. Yeah. Thank you for the super chats. I'm gonna tell you why. This video is not going to be monetized. I'm gonna chop this motherfucker up. But hear me out. First thing, those laws and regulations and women opportunities are not going to change in your lifetime. 2/3. Remember I said college recruiter, academic college recruiter, 20 years. 2/3 of all college debt, Black women. Who votes the most for them damn Democrats? I'm independent, so I don't give a fuck about Democrats or Republicans. I'm Bernie Sanders type of motherfucker. Black women vote Democrats. It's not coincident when Biden says we're going to do student debt forgiveness, and all of us are thinking about white people. Well, he's looking out for white people. No. 2/3 of all college debt in the United States are Black women. They in debt for nursing degrees, liberal art degrees, archaeology degrees, goddamn psychology degrees. They in debt for all type of goddamn degrees that ain't nobody. You know that your ass can't write a resume around that degree, and sisters were going to school for that shit. I'm in college. Black girls, who rule the world? Girls, who the bullshit? Who going in debt? Girls. Who's going in there? Girls. And part of the fucking goddamn fantasy that you guys, the male fairy tale is, you keep believing that if I find that one, she's got a college degree. Guess who's gonna be paying off that fucking debt? Her? Nigga, please. You. I'm gonna give you a tip. You want to hear something from me? Write this down. Women stack their money. They don't subtract their money. Women stack their money. Men don't say the term rainy day fund is not because of men. Rainy day fund or mad money, they don't even say mad money for men, do they? What's mad money? When your woman's done dealing with your bullshit and she put money to the side and she mad and she about to leave your ass, like 80% statistically of all women leave marriages. I'm gonna tell y'all something statistically. Guys, let's be real. This how fucked up the male fairy tale is. I have yet to hear somebody. I've been waiting for this for a year. Ain't nobody did no video on it, nothing. We ain't fucked up in relationships on the value of up to 80%. Yeah. Some of us brothers that we done had babies behind our woman back. We done cheated on some shit. Some of us are domestic violence. I'll rule with an iron hand type mother. Yeah, I got you. Some dudes ain't financially responsible. You got a good job, but just ain't responsible. I got you. But if you're going to try to convince me that 80% of women filing for divorce because 80% of husbands are fuck ups, get the fuck out of here. 80%. They trying to tell me 80% of black men that marry black women eventually will be a fuck up. I want you to let that sink in. 80 fucking percent of us are fuck ups? Get the fuck out of here. No, they think that they can do better. You were 5-figure, but I'll leave your black ass for a 6-figure ish motherfucker. Meaning like a dude like me that was like in the 80s, and they will leave my good 80 ass because they'll sit back and see Flyboy ass. Oh, he up in the 6-figure, 7-figure dude. I will leave my husband for a 7-6-figure type motherfucker. You can't win. That shit ain't gonna never change. That will never change. Never. Not in your lifetime. I wish the fuck you would try to convince me that in my lifetime, before I pass, let's say I pass on it. My old happy ass pass on, 87 years old. I'm sitting up there watching grandkids and great grandkids. 87 years old. Andre in her motherfucking 60s, right? Taking care of my old ass. You trying to tell me about between 55 and 85, 30 years, the laws, the rules, opportunities for men are going to change in the United States. I'm gonna make it worse for you. So you willing, other than you dads, not dads, hear me out. Or you do just take care of your mom or your dad. Because I got partners. I got a partner, one of my partners, man, he encouraged me, man. This is my dude. He come down here all the time. He said, Dre, I think I said this to you guys before. He said, Dre, I did it. I say, what? He said, I got 2 plane tickets. I say, for who? He coming from Houston. I say, for who? You always come by yourself. He said, I finally convinced Dad to come down. Once you told me that they got golf courses in Cali, Colombia, I already told my dad, hey, they got golf courses down there. My dad was like, they got what? They got sexy women and golf courses? Nah, Dad's coming down. For you guys that got family responsibilities, I got you. Mom's still around. You trying to make sure mom is good. I ain't talking about y'all. You can keep on coming back and forth and visiting different countries. I got you, brothers. I'm on your team. That's what I did until my mama passed on. And then my grandma passed on. Then my mom passed on. So I feel where you're coming from. I got you. I'm with you on that one. But for the rest of you brothers, what the fuck are you thinking? Your mom passed on way back when. You ain't got no kids. 30% of all men in the United States don't have sex for the first motherfucking time. You ready? To the age of 30. 30% of all men in the United States, you ain't fucking nothing until the age of 30. We talk good shit like we said, I fucked the shit out of Kimberly in the goddamn hallway. You ain't fucking nobody. We talk good shit, but we ain't fucking nobody. Almost 57.4% of us ain't even got no damn kids. I keep meeting y'all dudes, y'all be like, I ain't got no kids. And then I meet y'all other dudes, they be like, my kids are older. I ain't got no little kids. Even Dennis is getting to that point. Dennis is talking about, notice Dennis Sperling, he talked about teenage. Even though him and his fiance have a young one coming along down the turnpike real soon. Shout out to them. What's my point? Y'all got to realize there are three things that's not going to change in the life of men while you walking this planet. Unless Jesus come before then, it ain't going to change. Let me hit these super chats because we're going to get to these three. Excuse me, guys. Let me scrolling. He's scrolling. And then I can start hitting you rest of you guys. Okay, Blade Run in the building. He said, I got to kick it in on. He said, I got to kick in on this. All right, yeah, Blade Run. I'm glad you made it tonight, man. Double E in the mother building. Namesake is in the building. Hey, Namesake, I got something for you, man. I'm gonna bust your head open. This right here. I'm gonna bust your head open, Namesake. This right here is the name of Andre. It's the definition of our name. So anytime you hear somebody say the name Andre, this is what they're speaking into the universe. My coworker, my boy Jeff, shout out to Jeff, for how your company we were at the college campus where we were. You had the what was it? He for Christmas for his coworkers, he actually he found out what the definition of all our names were. Now I already knew much of it about the name of Andre. Shout out to you for the super chat, by the way, Dre. But he really gave a little bit more clarity of the name of Andre. So whenever you guys say, hey, Dre, or Andre, or Dre 3000, or Dr. Dre, or Dre Day, this is what you're saying to me and to Andre. The word or the name Andre means masculine or manly brave. It is French variation of the word Andreas, which is derived from Andreas, meaning masculine or manly. In the New Testament, the apostle Andrew, which is also a derivative of Andre, is the first apostle of Jesus. And it is Simon's brother. According to tradition, he was an early martyr of the church. Of course, this is where the word Andre or Andrew first start coming to fruition, where people start saying, let me name my child Andrew or Andre because of Andrew in the Bible. And it says, well, some legends say that he was crucified in the X shape. So that's how Andrew died, in the X shape. He was regarded to be a patron of Scotland. So he preached all the way from not just Jerusalem, but to Scotland. That's how long our name goes. Scotland, Greece, Russia, and Romania. All those countries are where the derivative of the name of Andre comes from. So anytime you hear somebody say the name Andre, it means masculine or manly man. I'm going to bust your head another thing, Dre. Our name is one of the few names that's a verb and a noun. It means a verb is an action word. It's also an adjective and a noun. We are a description as well as the description of a person. In other words, females say, girl, listen, it's a slang word that means I need to find me an Andre. Adjective. It describes a manly man. It's a slang word for our name. So Dre, shout out to you and all the other Dre's and Andrews and everybody that mispronounce our names that's out there, because that's what we are. Anytime somebody says our name, they're saying manly or brave man. If you want to do anything, guys, look up the definition of the name. Look up the definition of your name. Shout out to Andrew. Okay, here says, I'm sending salutations to Andre Sr. I like how y'all always do that too, because y'all know Junior coming down the turnpike. And the Blizzard King. Let's go to the next super chat. Stefano is in the building. Hey, it's not a live stream without Stefano. He's been a staple. Hey, yeah, a staple. I need to get you a wrench, Stefano. There's a couple guys I need to make sure I get you a wrench. As far as being mediators. He said, finish your story and give yourself your own flowers while you are here. Once again, he says, finish your own story and give yourself flowers while you're here. Shout out to RPA for being in the building too. Also, good dude. Dre says, listen to Unc D. My vocab always improve. Yes, gotta improve your vernacular. One of the things that I did while I was in the feds, I studied etymology. I studied the suffixes and prefixes of words. And that's why it's a dang shame. I studied suffix and prefixes of words, but then I was kind of studying Espanol. Muy mal. Mucho muy mal. My boy in the building. I don't know. I don't know who's here, but Solo ORD is in the building. Hey man, subscribe to that brother's channel, man. If you ain't subscribed to Solo RD, what the hell you doing, man? You doing it bass backwards. Let me scroll down to the next super chat. I'm gonna come back to you other brothers in a minute. Don't get me wrong. Okay, awesome testimony, bruh. I said bruh, but bruh. Tell it to help the brothers appreciate your content. Thank you very much, Sass. I really, man. In the Philip, what? Man, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, do me a favor. Let me know if this is your YouTube channel, man, so I can shout you out. You ain't got to put another super chat, but just let me know if this is your YouTube channel title and you have content for us to share, because I don't think there's enough. The ladies are putting up from the Philippines, putting out a lot of content. But for dudes, it's only 1 or 2 brothers that are out there that are putting out content for the Philippines. But shout out to, he said, my best friend is white, literally a ride or die. My first best friend, David. Second best friend, Robert. Them white boys, my niggas. They were the nerdiest train owning. We 12 years old. And that's when I discovered, and they were the M&Ms. They were poor white boys that lived in the hood with the rest of us brothers and Latins. And my man Dave, you could tell me shit about Dave. Dave was his family was from the hills of Kentucky, and they moved to Detroit, just like my family was from the hills of Alabama or the fields of Alabama, and they moved to Detroit. And I kid you not, they in the hood broke, we in the hood broke. But you can tell me shit about Dave. And then Rob was a super nerdy. But right now, shit, I bet you Rob owned all type of shit. All type of shit. Rob was like the smart, super nerd dude, and I wish him up. See, my white boy nerdy friends, they had to worry about shit. Why? Because they knew that I was a nerd, but I could whoop a motherfucker. I could whoop a motherfucker ass. Football players used to, dudes on the football team with me, you try to fuck with my nerdy dudes. I was like, man, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You gonna either fuck with the nerdy dudes or you're gonna take this ass whooping alongside with it. So you go crack them nerdy ass jokes and try to push them nerdy dudes around. Expect this ass whooping. Dudes, I used to y'all still at these glasses and suits and shit. Andre Reserved and cracking. Man, please. My number one thing was ramming. I used to love to ram with motherfuckers. That all that you bitch motherfucker, fuck you nigga. I ain't never been on that. You will never see me ever in the history of Andre. I never call a dude bitch motherfucker you nigga. I smash it. Nigga, let's fight. That was me. Let's fight. All that. I ain't never like that rah-rah. I thought rah-rah was bitchy. Let's fight. You gonna whoop my ass? Because I done took some L's? Or I'm gonna whoop your ass. You gonna take this L. I never was one. I hate when motherfucker, nigga, fuck you. Either we gonna ram or we ain't. All that rah-rah, you can say that shit for your woman back home. I kid you not. I never liked that shit. That shit was never cool with me, man. Motherfuckers talking crazy to each other. Dude, I fuck you, bitch ass nigga. What that? I whoop your mother. See, while we doing all that, we could have rammed and got this fight over with. We could have been sitting having some damn drinks together, nigga. By the time you get done with this conversation, he said, "Keep cooking, brother." Hey, once again, the man with the coolest, and I'm jealous, coolest motherfucking YouTube title, The African Wolf. This is the funny part. It sounds so cool. He got me ready to look some shit up. Like, is there an African wolf that I did not discover? You know, I'm always researching some shit. There abideth in Zimbabwe the African. That's how cool his shit is. Shout out to African Wolf for real in the building. Brooklyn GQ. That means that the dude is so smooth with his outfits and his clothing. Cologne game. Cologne of the day. Let's see. Oh, Cologne of the day. I'm doing a throwback. That's Santo, which is the Carrera. I kid you not, man. This is probably the grownest cologne I own. All my colognes, for the most part, is grown man where you better go to sleep. My cologne centers around three things. Whether you're awake, take care of business, and you just having fun, just living life regular way. Number two colognes, you fucking. Number two, my cologne collection, that shit that y'all see up there, you are fucking. I got colognes I don't touch. Fucking. Número tres, colognes. You are out there just having a good time. You're a grown-ass man. You smelling good, whether it be the Versace Eros and you at the club, whether it be the Versace Eros Flame, whether it be a Oud for greatness, whatever it be, whether it be a Tom Ford. This is a grown man. I'm feeling good about. You can't tell me shit. I done made my money for the week. It's Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. These bitches know they gonna get fucked. That's what this right here. This is a grown ass man. Grown ass. This goddamn Santos, Santos Carrera. I'm telling you, dudes, man. Average mortal men ain't wearing this shit. This grown ass man that's like, if you dudes caught me at 10 million, say, Dre, I see you in about good 5 years, you at $10 million. What do you wear as a cologne? This is a grown ass man cologne. Kid you not. Kid you not, man. You ain't gonna wear that all the time. You wear that, you know what type of pussy you getting. You know, see, I just want some 29-year-old motherfucking freaky ass supermodel pussy. Cool, cause I done fucked a couple of supermodels, but cool. But I'm telling y'all brothers, man. And some of y'all brothers on Facebook, shout out to you dudes. Let me hit through these super chats. Intech One in the building, my man. Matrix is about the control and thinking of you. Is about the control and the thinking for you. Absolutely correct. He's right. Everything in the United States. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all a story. True story. Y'all know I got stories. When it comes to one of the things that the Matrix control is to keep sales going. And I ain't hating on the United States. I love how the United States is set up. capitalism. You can be an ain't shit dude like I was and be somebody. Dennis Sperling, like he said, the people that grew up with him was like, ain't no way in hell we thought you was gonna be an attorney and happy with kids. You can do that. Samuel L. Jackson, #1 box office seller of all time. Ain't nobody been in #1 movies like Samuel L. Jackson. Nobody. From Coming to America, Jungle Fever, all the way up to goddamn Star Wars. Nobody. He's the #1 of all time movie box office draw from a crackhead. A literal fucking crackhead. That's what I love about America. You can go from ain't being shit to being the shit in a lifetime. And it won't take a lifetime. Here's the problem. It's just like Ian Tech said. Shout out to you for the super chat, Ian Tech. Ian Tech. The Matrix is about controlling. I'm going to get to the story. Control in your thinking for you. One of the areas they try to control you is keeping up with the fucking Joneses. I'm busting my ass taking care of my front lawn. I'm in a fort. I got a gorgeous house right there. When you walk, it's like with a T, where like the street is like a T, and it's like this. And my house is the first house you see going down the street before you go make a left and make a left. My house is that dead end. I got a pond, a pool, and every goddamn thing in the backyard. But I'm looking at across this. I think I've told this story last year at my fucking neighbor, and I'm like, God damn it. How can I get my yard like that? My neighborhood was like they would have like the neighborhood association would vote on the top lawn of the year. And my neighbor would always win. I'm looking at this dude yard. It's a brother. I'm like, damn, this yard nice. And I'm busting my ass. I'm out there with the mulch, gardening every year and shit, putting in new rose beds and shit, dandelions. I'm pulling up I'm out there every fucking year because I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses. Why? Because the United States said this what the fuck you supposed to do. If somebody got on the new Jordans, you supposed to have on the new goddamn LeBrons or whoever fuck out there. If the females say, if this bitch got this purse, then you need to have that purse. If you got that weave, then this bitch supposed to have this weave. The Joneses. That's what the United States teach you. That's what the Matrix teach you when he said about controlling your thinking and having control over you. I'm frustrated at my yard. And he and I used to, talk about football all the time. And I walk over to his yard one summer, 4 years later, 4 fucking years of busting my ass trying to be the #1 yard. Because why? They told me that's what the fuck I'm supposed to do if you live in this type of neighborhood. I'm over at his house just talking with it. Hey, man, fantasy football next year, see football. See, I'm talking, we're just talking regular conversation. And while we're talking, I look down at his yard, really nice. But I see a brown spot. Like wasn't no grass in that area, just a little brown spot. And then I look over like another little brown spot. And I kind of and that wasn't I'm looking for shit. We just talking, subconsciously. And I've been over to his yard 100 times and never thought about it. And we sit up there sipping beers, and I'm just kind of glancing down, and I notice another brown spot and another one. And while my mind is, I kid you not, true story, while I'm following the trail of brown spots, my eyes go glancing up. And I saw this badass yard. I'm talking about grass, immaculate, roses, fucking dandelions, a fucking pool in the back. If you from Florida, the goddamn giant, not the palm leaves that's in the trees. See, in Florida, we have palm leaves like bushes, which is some gigantic leaves and shit, but they real short. They're not like the palm tree, but they real short. And you just see this, what the who shit is that? It was mine. I was so busy allowing my thoughts to be controlled and my thinking to be controlled, keeping up with the fucking Joneses, comparing my life to the next man's life, not realizing how good my life was. Years were going forward. Remember I said 4 years? 4 years had went by and I never celebrated my own fucking house. Over 75 people had applied to get my house and I got it. You talking about your boy from the feds got the crib. And I didn't take time to celebrate the beauty of it, the hard work that I put in, none of it. Because the United States teaches you what you got ain't shit. You can have every fucking pair of Jordans in your fucking closet and you ain't never felt good about your shit because the United States tell you the new Jordan's about to come out in 6 months. I bought this fucking phone, the S22, Samsung S22, the Hashitashi 3000 of phones. Hashitashi 3000 of phones. In less than 7 days, the 23 just came out. The S23 just, well, all the goddamn same shit, except for like one or two things, the same shit that's in this phone is in the new phone. The United States will teach your ass you ain't got shit. Even though you got the shit. The fuck I would sit back and listen to what the United States got to say to me. Shout out to my man Plain Eddie in the building. Thank you for the love, brother. You ain't got to say nothing. Just like lead attorney says, for the love, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate Choco being here. Choco being in here. Choo-choo, my bad. Most definitely not monetized. Talk. This is true, my friend. I'm gonna come back to you guys' comments. Do not get me wrong. Super chat. We got Ra in the building. He used to date with a female. Ra is kind of like one of the Egyptian kings and leaders and gods. So yeah. Andre, you need a wider audience. Your voice, humor, and arguments are entertaining. 'Tis true, my friend. Thank you for the super chat also. Hire a marketing expert, please. You know what? That's a good idea. And it's kind of funny that you would say that. I'm transparent, so fuck it. I've been pondering over that lately. It's only this. I can only take our content so far. I know that O'Shea has done it, and it took him to a whole nother level. Kevin did it, hired him a team, took him to another level. And so now I'm sitting back like, Dre, there's only so much you can do with 4 channels. I kid you now. I was pondering over this earlier today, this morning, and I was pondering over it yesterday. So it is time for me to bring some people on board that can really do some amazing things. All right, guys. Thank you very much for the super chat. Alex in the building. Alexis in the building. For the love of the game. $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you, brother. Also, my man, namesake, he said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Raising a glass to Andres around the world, globally. Andres, Andrews, Andreas, and Español. Everybody that's in the name, he said, around the world. He said, I'm a scratch guy, and I got the blendings. He said, blending of scotch on deck and taking notes. Much appreciation for the life story, Andre Sr. Yes, thank you very much, namesake. I love being named Andre. And some of you guys got some great names. You just never did the homework on them. Do your homework on your name. Find out where Tyrone came from. Because if it's that many people named Tyrone, it's got to be a reason. If it's that many people being Kevin, if it's that many people name whatever it is, Gene, find out why. You'll find out, damn, I did not know that about my name. Shout out to Tyler. He said, Dre, then got my cologne game up. Thanks. Dude, I got some. I got like 4 new ones coming through. I'm going to share with you guys, man. These are all Brazilian and Colombian brands. All Brazilian and Colombian brands. I found out this about through the Facebook groups. They're like, Dre, I know you live in Colombia. You got this, that, and this. I was like, I don't own those. And as soon as they said it, I ordered them up right away. So in a couple of days, I'll be getting these Colombian and Brazilian brand colognes to smell how Colombians and Brazilians do it. Shout out to my man Twan in the building too. You dudes always love hearing my story. What's up, family? What's up, Richie Mack in the building? Appreciate you, brother. Love you, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to my boy, Speak Spanish Now. If you want some tip, okay, you on a date. You trying to lick some booty. You like, listen, I'm in Colombia. I'm trying to lick somebody's booty. Okay, cool. Gotcha. You're nasty like me. Gotcha. At the end of the day, you're going to need to lick her booty in Spanish. Okay? You will need some terms to let you know, girl, I'm here to take you out to dinner and lick your booty. Cool. Here's what you need to do. Go to Let's Learn Spanish. He teaches you conversational Spanish. There are Spanish teachings that you get just to learn the ABCs of Spanish. There are channels that will help you to get that date or lick some booty. Okay? Don't be acting like I'm the only one that got ass on my breath. Stop that. Okay? All right? Stop it. Me and one master teacher. But at the end of the day, definitely subscribe to this brother's channel because whether it be licking ass or whether it be trying to get across. I'm at the doctor's office today. Andrea hands me my ID. She says, I got an appointment, a telephone appointment. I'm about to head to the truck. I'll see you when you come back out. I'm in the doctor's office. The little things that I learned from Speak Spanish Now helped me go into the doctor's office, use my insurance card. If I was lost, I pulled my Google Translate out, put it back away, got my blood test done, got my cholesterol test done, left up out of there, found out when I would get the results, left up out of there, met Andre in the car, and we got something to eat. I didn't need Miss Spanish Speaker because Speak Spanish Now showed me little things that helped me while I was at the doctor. Guess what I saw in there? Let's Learn Spanish. The main. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Because he had hit me up the other day. He said, Dre, he said, where can I get a yellow fever shot? I said, here in Colombia, it's free. In the United States, you're paying almost $200, $300 for a yellow fever shot. In Colombia and all of South America, the same goddamn vaccination is absolutely free 99 when it's on sale. But yeah, so if you try to learn Spanish, if you try to learn Spanish in regards to eating ass, or you just try to get your blood test, Let's Learn Spanish. You definitely want to go to this channel, man. He said, Andre, you sound like my older brother. Ain't nothing wrong with sucking toes and licking someone's ass. I'm gonna let you know now. Y'all got the wrong. Why you think I got a younger wife? I'm talking about Andre put a business out there. What I'm saying is, man, please. Oh, that's why I was getting y'all women. Story time. Y'all ready? This is one of Andre's dirty stories when I first came to Colombia. Come to Colombia. This is when WhatsApp groups first started. One dude threw a picture of a couple pictures of a chick that he was fucking with. Everybody was happy. Like, oh, man, that's cool, bro. Oh, damn, that's good, man. She beautiful, man. Beautiful sister. Oh, she tall and sexy. She look like a supermodel. Oh, she is a supermodel. Oh, cool, bet. Everybody, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for him. A few months later, true story. A few months later, not even a few months. Actually, it was a few months. I meet a chick. Now, mind you, I didn't put two and two together. I didn't know. So I meet a chick. Tall, slim, goody. She said, I model, blah, 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 blah. Now, I ain't put two and two together. I'm fucking the dog life out of this bitch. 26 years old. Slim, goody, tall. Like 5'8". Couldn't tell her shit. She couldn't tell shit, like, not in the sense of arrogance. You couldn't tell shit because she was so goddamn sexy. And one of them slim motherfuckers that know they can take a dick. I'm not the average Colombian. That's how she was. Dude. How come after fucking her for a few months, I was like, well, let's connect on Instagram. This was the same chick that the dude I was happy for was fucking. Same one. So when I tell you, brothers, be careful and don't be living in that goddamn, especially in the States, that goddamn fairy tale. But be careful, man, when you travel to these other countries. So if you ain't gonna be here full time, take it with a grain of salt. I'm gonna say this again. One thing I like about Love, Purpose, and Passports, his channel, 7 years. And I know we did it for 3 years. They did it over twice as much as long as me and Andrea. 7 years, this brother was going back and forth with this woman. She is such a beautiful, wonderful woman. Wonderful brother. Great couple. 7 years. If you ain't gonna do that 7 years, or let's say our 3, me and Andrea's 3. If you ain't gonna be at least flying back and forth, at least 4 times a year to see that person, take it with a grain of salt that she fucking with somebody. Take it with a grain of salt that I'm licking her booty. Okay? If you don't lick her booty, don't worry. I'm looking at supermodel booty. All 5'8", she coming on my straight out of ass. Okay, all right. Don't worry about it. Okay? Don't worry about it. Straight out of booty. I'm playing with a clit and licking her booty, and she coming, and she texting you later on that day as if nothing happened. Why? You don't come down here. You don't come down here. So if you're serious about, my point is, if you're serious about somebody in these other countries, you got to visit them more than just every couple years or once a year, or because if I'm out the game, it's another motherfucker out there licking her ass now, leaving passion marks all on her booty. She walking up to you on the beach. You like, what is that? Mosquito bites? I mean, mosquito bites. Them passion marks from another motherfucker sucking her ass. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you dudes, man, you got to start being serious with these women if you're going to be with these women from other countries. Shout out to Black Scorpion in the building. They said, Dre, you on one tonight, nigga. You on one. Hey, bruh. Man, listen. The reason why I brought what is she even on here for? She said, no. Andre. Yes, mother. Andrea always be on me about, we were talking about this today. Remember I told you I went to the doctors? Cholesterol, fine. Health, fine. My only area of stress is not business. Sleep. I've always had, since I was a kid, since I was a 5-year-old kid, I've always had sleeping problem issues. And so Andrea always on me about, this is not going to be another one of your 7-hour lives. Because y'all know me, I let the sun come up. And y'all be right with me. It'd be me and Richie Mack. Okay. So I yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Shout out to Andrea in the building. We love you. Hello, audience. My husband is ratchet. Okay, this donation is for the stories. Well, damn, Dre. Y'all know I always got another story. See, Andrea always want to sneak in here. See, this is the part. We don't talk about past. Ever. We don't talk about past. We might bring up past scenarios, but we don't talk about past people. You know how you can talk about a scenario that you've been through? Like, I remember one time this mother left me on a date. That's a scenario. But to talk about, like, to get a person's name and talk about how long you've been with that person before they left you on a date, we don't talk like that. We never talk about the past. If you want to fuck up your marriage or your relationship, keep talking about your past bullshit and watch your woman leave your ass for a booty liquor. So don't talk about your past. Keep that out. Keep that to yourself. Talk about scenarios, but don't talk about the past. Dre, man, you love how Dre, man, love how transparent you are, bro. You don't sugarcoat your wins or losses. Listen, can I be real, fellas? My wins and losses are just like y'all's. See, I could talk barbershop talk to y'all. What makes me feel comfortable with talking to you, brothers, if y'all want the true, transparent, this Andre. Men know when other men are bullshitting. When I tell y'all a story, y'all, half you dudes be like, yeah, I was in it. He ain't lying. I was in a situation like that. So it allows me to be transparent because y'all could call my bullshit right. Drake, get the fuck out of here. They ain't never see you making up shit now. Y'all could call my bullshit. But when y'all sit back and y'all think, y'all be like, oh shit. Yeah, I remember that one time I lost a condom in a female found, the other female found it. Damn, he right. He right. Damn. I remember that one time I fucked a female, then I fucked her mama. Okay, Dre, right? He ain't lying. It can happen. He ain't lying. That's why I'm transparent. But the other reason I'm transparent is there is life after that life. I'm quick to tell y'all dudes, I wish I would have spent more time focusing on developing Andre than focus on fucking females. Easy. If God was to ask me, Dre, before I bring you to the heavens, to trust you, my son, what would be your one regret? The amount of females I fucked. It ain't take all that to get the notches in my belt. It ain't take all that to be the Princess of Munda and having sex with a bunch of women. Dude, I took that shit way overboard. It was not. Some of you brothers, I'm proud. Some of you dudes that you only fuck 50 chicks or maybe 100 chicks or maybe 3 chicks or 10 chicks. I wish I was in your position. Do not ever let a motherfucker in the United States shame you for only fucking 15 bitches in your life or fucking 7 or fucking maybe 100 or 92 or 81. I wish the fuck I was down there because you probably did more shit with your extra time than my old ignorant ass did fucking couple thousand bitches. I wish the fuck I was in your position. Well, I only fuck 15 women. I wish the fuck I could say some shit like that. Do not think that this was like, oh yeah, dog, yeah, nigga, yeah. No, fuck no. Because the older you get, the older you realize it was a waste of motherfucking time. Because guess what? After fucking all them bitches, and I got locked up in the feds, where none of them bitches I'm calling putting money on my books. I couldn't buy a Zoom or a motherfucking Wham. None of that shit. Hey, bitch, could you send me some? Why you? Hello, bitch. Hello. This bitch. I must misdial. This can't be the bitch that I just gave $3,000 to. All them motherfuckers that you fuck with, name 10 of them that value your life right now. 10. Not 3, not 7. If you been fucking bitches like I've been fucking, name 10 this day that benefits you right motherfucking now. I can't name 10 out of thousands of bitches. I can't even name 10 of the motherfuckers that benefit my life right now. So why the fuck was I fucking them? The fuck out of here. So all you dudes you ain't fucking a couple thousand bitches, bruh, dude, don't let nobody make you feel shamed. Don't let nobody make you feel bad. Dude, I wish, and I'm the first brother to tell you, I wish I was in your fucking position. You 15 fucking motherfuckers. I wish I would say, you know what? I only been with 15 bitches because the female I fell in love with was my high school sweetheart, and we fucked from like 16 to 26 and shit. And then I got with some other bitch and we fell in love. And then, I had a couple chicks in between, and then I fucked with a bitch and we fucked till I was 33. I wish I was in some shit like that. I wish I would. I wish I did have 16 to 26 like some of you dudes got with one chick. Don't never let nobody shame you and make you feel bad because you only fuck 15 bitches, 3 bitches, 2 bitches, motherfucking half a bitch. I don't give a because she was short. I don't give a fuck who you dealt with. Don't you never let nobody shame you. Because I'm going to tell you on the other side, which other motherfucking lame niggas they going to tell you. It ain't all it's cracked up to be when you get done fucking with them other bitches. A couple thousand and your ass feeling like, okay. Why y'all think I'm so happy with Andrea? Why y'all think I'm so happy when I sit my ass down? Oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. I know I don't deserve it. Lord, I know you're mad at me right now. Oh, my God. I know you. I'm the last dude that deserved Andrea. So when y'all sit back, he worked for Andrea. No. I had standards and I had faith. That's all I had. God, I hope you look out for a brother. I do have standards. That was it. But if God would have sat back and said, "Let me hold up. No, wait a minute. Let's pull up this roll. Now, how many women did you say you've been with? Divide by 3. Take away the 12. Okay. Multiply by 29. Okay. If we sit back and divide it, so you like to, okay, all right. Yeah, Dre, you can't have Andrea. According to the calculations of the equation of life, you can't have an Andrea. Next. Why y'all think I'm so happy with sitting my happy ass down somewhere and I'll be jealous and I'll be happy for y'all? Go ahead, single brothers. Live your life, single brothers. I ain't mad at you. Because I wish I was on 15 like some of those dudes. So some of you dudes, like I said, I'm going to say this again. Ain't nobody ever told you. Hats off to you dudes that ain't never fucked a bunch of bitches in your life. Let the United States tell you that's not going to ever change. Let the United States continue to tell you, because United States is a hookup culture. I'll say this again. Most countries and continents, most, not all, are not, I'll say this again, hookup cultures. What you find in Brazil, you will have to hunt for and pay for in Colombia. Colombia is not a hookup culture. Real Colombian women, nigga, you ain't getting that pussy the first night. You can forget about that shit. You are not getting that pussy the first night in Colombia. Not a real Colombian woman. A jump off, a pay for play, a party girl, hell yeah, have at it. A real Colombian woman, this is not a hookup culture. They do not throw their pussy around like women do in the United States. I'm a fucking to see if the dick is good. Colombian women don't think like that. They think like, can you take care of a family? Can you help raise a son if we have one? Do you love the Lord? Then you can have this pussy. They be looking at you like, I want to fuck. Oh, I want to fuck him so bad. I want to fuck him so bad. Oh, Colombian women be like this. Real Colombian women, they be like, oh, I want to fuck him. I want to suck his toes so bad. But I'm not going to do it the first night. That's Colombian women. This is not a hookup culture country. If you think you coming to Colombia to hook up, that's why you dudes pay for play in Cartagena. That's why you pay for play in Medellin, because the average Colombian woman with your little 5-day vacation, she ain't got time for your ass. And so you say, well, I'm gonna just pay for play. Pay, dude. Go and pay. Get scopamine. Do whatever the fuck you gonna do. But real, every day, going to work, coming home, Colombian women, get the fuck out of here. You ain't getting that pussy the first day. And Colombian dudes ain't getting the pussy the first day. I say that again. Colombian dudes ain't getting the pussy the first day. This is not the States. In the States, man, shit. Man, I ain't, dude. 90% of females that I fuck, I can tell you their last name if police officers say, well, she passed from a heart attack. What's her last name? All I knew was her name was Aisha, but I don't know if that was her real name from the club. That's the United States. You can get some pussy everywhere in the United States. He said, I agree with you what you said for the most part, but in Asia, some of the women are pure. There we go again. I agree with you, brother. It will not. There we go. It will not even sleep with you if you do not marry them. Boom. And I didn't even see this. I didn't even notice this. It's the same here. Same thing here, bro. Regular. That's why y'all always hear me say party girls or pay for play or regular girls. Regular Colombian women, you ain't getting that pussy the first day. You can forget that shit. If you think you're going to be, why? There's a why to it. Because regular Colombian women know that the pay for play and the party girls are out there. And regular Colombian women know you ain't going to be treating me like them bitches. You are not going to be treating me like them bitches. I know regular Colombian girls, their fathers have told them about Medellin. Their moms have told them about Cartagena. You think, brothers, if you think that what the fuck goes on in Cartagena stays in Cartagena, this ain't Vegas. If you think what happens in Medellin stays in Medellin, you fuckers get off the plane, you do shit that it spreads all around Colombia. I swear, Andrea's dad, I told you guys this story before. Andrea's dad looked first thing. Andrea love when I imitate Orlando. Shout out to Orlando. That's my dog. I love him. Orlando like this, like goddamn mafia boss, sitting in the chair across from me. You know there's only one God, right? I said, yeah, it's only one God. I love God. I love Jesus. I love the Lord. I love the Holy Spirit. I love God. What you talking about? He's like, okay. Second thing he said to me, and I knew what he was saying. I've said this before. There's a lot of women in Colombia. He could have said anything to me. There's a lot of women in Colombia. Meaning they're party girls and jump off girls. My daughter ain't one of them. I'm going to say that again. Orlando said that to me, and I already caught it because I've been to Colombia enough and talked to enough fathers and brothers and males to know when Orlando said there's a lot of women in Colombia. My daughter is not a jump off. She's not a party girl. She's not a motherfucking pay for play. So if you serious about my daughter, I'm with you. But if you one of them fucking Americans or foreigners that think you gonna fuck the shit out of my daughter and move the fuck on, you got me fucked up. That's how Orlando said it. Even he said it in a cool way. I picked up everything that he said as a man talking to another man. I knew what he was talking about. He right. So when you dudes come down to Colombia, you think you gonna fuck a real Colombian woman that you have never spoken to on the first night? You motherfuckers crazy. I'm talking about from fucking 20 to 45. You ain't fucking on the first night. You can forget that bullshit. Them party ass girls, them weak ass girls will do that shit. But real Colombian women, this is not. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not looking out for Colombia or that's your country now. I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you, my brothers. Colombians don't fuck on the first night. Get that through your fucking mind. You might be able to pull that shit off in Brazil, but you cannot pull that shit off in Colombia, Ecuador, Chile, unless you going with party bitches or pay for play bitches. They don't give a fuck about their pussy. So yeah, you can get them bitches, but regular quality walking down the street, getting on the bus or riding a motorcycle or just in the grocery store, Colombian women, you ain't gonna fuck them. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm talking about some bitches that be looking at you like, I want to suck your dick right. It's females that will look at you like, I will suck your dick right here in this grocery store tomorrow. You are not, she ain't gonna suck your dick that first day, but tomorrow don't get me wrong, they gonna suck that shit out of your dick the next day. Tomorrow is gonna be your day. Do not feel bad about what tomorrow is. Tomorrow, we promised you tomorrow. Shout out to the whinings. But I'm telling you, tomorrow, that's your day. But the first day, nah. You ain't getting that pussy the first day. Dre, I met a Colombian chick and she gave me the pussy the first day. You ain't gonna see her in about 3 weeks, dog. Yes, I am. She gonna be my wife. No. She gonna be my girlfriend. No, bro. She ain't shit. And Colombian women will tell you she ain't shit. Colombian women will let you know that bitch ain't shit. If you got pussy the first day, bring her around Colombian women. I fucked her yesterday. Colombian women be like, you fuck what? What? That nasty bitch. What's wrong with her? I like her. Okay. Whatever. I know fucking politicians in this motherfucker. Dude, I know politicians in this motherfucker that ain't get the pussy the first day. You ain't even a position with power of a politician in Colombia. They don't get the pussy the first day. How the fuck you coming from another country think your little few trinkets gonna get some pussy the first day from a real Colombian woman? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all funny. He said Andre Sr. Hit her with the Dexter St. Jacques. Yeah. I'm telling you for real. Yeah, man. Dudes man, listen. He said, what's really in that drink? I'm just sitting up here. I ain't even hit it. I ain't even kill it like that for real. The peach crab, it's good. And I'm not drinking it all. Because I know Andre at least want to have a sip of it. So we got drinks in there that the Andre, like Andre and I, I'm going to tell y'all something for real. Cameras go off. The life of Andre and Andre. We're paying bills. We're just doing everyday runs. We just live everyday life. And Andre and I have Bible studies. We get up in the morning, listen to gospel music. So y'all be talking shit. Y'all be like, there's nothing Christian about his mouth. Fuck y'all. But at the end of the day, I love the Lord. And me and Andre will sit up there. We'll have our Bible studies at night. We'll have prayer. There's no time where you'll see, it's very rare where you see Andre and I out in public. We're not having grace, thanking God for our food. Andre and I are readers, man. We some reading motherfuckers, man. If y'all want to sit back and see a reading couple, I'm talking about the actual tangible books. That's us, man. Andre and I are just a regular ass nerdy couple, man, behind the scenes. That's why I can relate to you regular everyday guys. Some of you guys come down here and you are the in the States, you would be considered the biggest nerdy or just regular just regular hardworking dude. You ain't the thug that's like, I got all the ladies type of motherfuckers. You just a regular, I'm ex-military, and I'm just looking for one good woman to ride the rest of my days out with. That's me. And I ain't even ex-military. So I can relate to you dudes when all these fucking cameras go off and we don't do YouTube no more. That's me and Andrea. We travel like we're going to Cartagena in a couple weeks. Hey, by the way, I've been meaning to reach out to my man because he was like, Dre, y'all gonna be in Cartagena? And he was like, please be in Cartagena. So I'll make sure I reach out to my boy, let him know that we're gonna be in Cartagena, but next week. But at the end of the day, guys, we just regular people, man. And I'm telling you, regular Colombian women, you ain't fucking the first day. Like I said, she gonna pull you. Second day, she gonna pull your dick to the back towards your asshole and suck the shit out your dick. And you're gonna be crying while she making you come. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the day one, no, you ain't get the fuck out of here. Whoever tells you that you come to Colombia and fuck regular chicks on the first day, you fucking party bitches or pay for play. Get the fuck out of here. He said, bro, I'm from Detroit. Hey, see, that's how we talk from Detroit. I'm 313 boys. East side, west side, south side, north side. Bro, I'm from Detroit. It's 20 degrees. Damn. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. Hello, Detroit. Where have you been? Your sunny styles, your silly smile. Yeah, y'all know about that. Unconvincible you, irresistible you. Hello, Detroit. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. The Big D. Yeah, that's Sammy Davis Jr. So just in case you guys want to look up a song on YouTube, Hello, Detroit, Sammy Davis Jr. That was the anthem. Every morning on, what was it? WLBS? WLBS. Depressing as hell. Do you remember? I do remember when I was shoveling snow. It was cold and innocent. And I remember salt trucks and shit. I remember going down I-75, goddamn black ice on the freeway. My truck is sliding. I told Andre about this. Shout out to you, Mikey, in the building, man, for the super chat. I'm in the black ice and I hit my brakes. My car starts sliding because I'm not trying to hit your shit because dude, in Detroit, you would think, I swear, you would think a little kid was playing with Matchbox cars on the freeway. You saw cars like this, like that, like this. Like kids ain't put their cars away. Like you got to tell, look, boy, you don't put them damn cars away. That's Detroit freeways in the wintertime because you don't see the black ice. All you see is a Cadillac that's turned this way. You see a Subaru turn that way. You look in the distance, you see a Nissan that's kind of like up in a bank somewhere, and you trying not to hit shit. As soon as you hit your brakes, your shit just starts sliding. Slow. And you steady pumping them brakes. And your car like, you another victim. Welcome to my web, says the spider to the fly. That's Detroit black ice. And now you spending your time, and all of us, the Subaru, the Cadillac, the Nissan, your ass spinning tires in the black ice. Zzz, zzz, zzz. You like a goddamn fly caught in the spider web, and you gonna prove with your wings, I'm the only fly that can get out this motherfucker. No. That's black ice and winter and cold in Detroit. I swear, I do not miss that shit. Oh my God, I don't miss that shit. Shout out to my 313 brothers. The only thing that I miss, and I even tell Andre this, the only thing that I miss about wintertime up north, and I mean this, I used to think how women dress in the wintertime was so fucking sexy. Whether it be the furry hoodie coats, whether it be the mink coats, whether it be them tight jeans with them cute boots, whatever it is. I used to think I thought women in the wintertime were just as sexy as when they looked in the summertime with shorts on. With their tight jean, ass everywhere. Oh, I used to love how sexy sisters, especially sisters, used to look in the wintertime. Oh, with their little, whether they just wrap their little hair around with the scarf, whatever it is. I used to think sisters was just the shit in the wintertime. Whether it be the white girls with them big ass boots on and shit, big furry, look like the goat, look like the fur was goat fur, whatever it was. I always thought women in the wintertime was some sexy motherfuckers. And then don't let her take her clothes off. And this bitch got on long johns. This motherfucker been looking so good. No wonder she been looking so good, because she got the full body long john. Don't you take them long johns. Don't you touch them long johns. Let me take them off. I'll take them off you, baby. Don't you touch them long johns. I'll take them off. For you dudes that from the South, you don't know shit about long johns. But for you northern boys, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Shout out to the sexy women in the cold. Oh, man, I don't miss that weather. Let me scroll down, see if I got any more super chats. Okay, cool. Guys, check it out. We're only 2 hours and 3 minutes in. Once again, we're going to talk about the 3 areas where we do not, and I mean do not, no change is going to take place. Real quick. But you know I'm lying. Ain't going to be real quick. Speak Spanish now. Hey, Brett, speak Spanish now. Let me know your dates that you're going to be there in Cartagena, because I know you were hitting me up like, wait a minute, hey, I'm going to be in Cartagena. Let me know your dates. We're going to be there from the 23rd to the 27th. So let me know if you're there so you and I can meet up. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. My boy in the building, like always. Double I, quick letter I, PPI in the building. All right. I know, man, dude. I don't know what it was about women in the wintertime. I always thought that was, oh, shit. You'll be there when we get there. Okay, cool. Because I remember you saying to me, like, Dre, see if you can make it to Cartagena. You spoke that into existence because we were on our way to Europe. We postponed Europe to September. And we were like, let's go to Cartagena. And so, okay, cool. He said, I'm in the exact same day. Cool. Got you. So, yeah, family. Meet up with family. Make sure you bring some Crown Royal. Make sure you bring some Crown Royal. I don't care which one it is. And so, okay. He said, I'm an oddball, and I'm looking to learn Romanian. Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. It's a couple brothers that I know that was in that area, for real. Man, I'm truthful. I'm true. I tell you guys the stuff that Andrea don't even know. Unless Andrea watch an episode, 90% of the stories she does not know. She got to backtrack and be like, so who are these heifers that you speak of? Other than that, Maurice is in the building. He said, I'm gonna get a Portuguese. He said, I'm gonna go to Portuguese soon, but French is my number one. Dude, you know what got me hooked on languages? The first time, anybody know Detroit? Detroit is connected to Windsor, whether it be the ice, like in the movie with Mark Wahlberg and Tyrese brothers when they drove the Suburban on the ice and they fought and everything, or whether it be the Ambassador Bridge. The Ambassador Bridge. Here's a bit of trivia for you guys. In the movie The Untouchable, they made the Ambassador Bridge kind of like a little smaller. But in reality, did you guys know that over 80% of all illegal drugs during Prohibition in the 20s, 30s, I think it was part of the 40s too. Don't quote me on that. But during the Prohibition era, over 90%, I'm sorry, 80% of drugs, of alcohol that came from Canada came through Detroit. All the alcohol that Al Capone sold in Chicago came through Detroit, the Purple Gang. Look up the Purple Gang. You can Google it now. Just okay, he said Purple Gang, Detroit. The Canada actually had six liquor factories on the banks because it was illegal in the United States. They were making so much illegal liquor on the banks of Canada that was legal in Canada. Everybody coming through Detroit, the Ambassador Bridge. In the movie Untouchables, when they did the shootout, they made it seem like it was a little short bridge. But anybody that's from Detroit knows Ambassador Bridge, you take the Ambassador Bridge straight to 401. 401 takes you where? In 3 hours. Toronto. I've driven that one 100 times. That's because I was smashing a bus driver with her sexy ass in Toronto. Oh my gosh, she was sexy. You know how I love, boy, them hazel eyes, boy. Them hazel, oh. I used to wake her up just to fuck her, just to see her eyes. Andre, why are you fucking me so good? I want to see your eyes, girl. I don't care what your pussy feel like or nothing. I just want to look you in the eyes. But back to my story. How I got hooked on the value of languages. We had just went to Windsor. We crossed the bridge. I mean, we took the tunnel because there's a tunnel from Detroit to Windsor. We didn't know where to go. We looked for a club called Rocket Talk because we knew that in Canada, drinking legally was 17. And so a bunch of us went over. And I met a sister. I stopped her. I said, excuse me, you know where Rocket Talk is? And I heard a sister speaking. I had never in my life on television, nothing. I'd never heard a French accent come from a sister. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was the most sex to this day. It was so amazing to hear a black woman. And she was so, we're kids. She was so cute. And I was like, you got to give me your number. I ain't know nothing about calling Canada. I'm just talking shit. She gave me a number. I ain't know how to call back to Canada. But the fact that it was a sister that was speaking another language. I mean, a sister with another accent. And I knew that she spoke another language. A sister that spoke French. And we all kids, 17, 18, 19. The fuck out of here. I was like, this passport thing, there's a catch to it. I ain't mad at you. Okay, let's get ready to get back to the topic, guys. I know you guys have been, he said, Matt Dallas in the building. He said, okay, Dre, you've been up here. You are the original international man of mystery. You know what? It seems like, listen, the original is Dennis. Man, goodness gracious, man. You sit back, like I said, a lot of you guys didn't even know that Dennis had a reality show. Y'all sit up here watching Dennis Sperling. Y'all think y'all watching it for the first time. Do your homework. Dennis had 4 seasons. I'm going to tell you. Dennis Sperling had 4 seasons of his reality show. So when I tell y'all this brother's doing this shit, the most interesting man in the world type shit, all right? Yeah, me too. That's probably one. I never told Andre this. That's probably as far as this aesthetics initially, that's what caused me to kind of like notice Andrea when I saw her in the mall. Her eyes. Andrea has big. If you ever notice, Andrea has big eyes, and dude, big, beautiful eyes. And so when I sit back and even to this day, think about it, I've been on Andrew like 6 years. I still look at her. She'll be talking. I'll be like, God dang, your eyes are so fucking beautiful. Like these big cat eyes. Like, okay. He said, I currently live in Canada. That's what turned me on. See, that's the only thing, fam, that turned me off from getting my dual citizenship in Canada. I wasn't even thinking about other countries. Brothers, I wasn't thinking about passports. This is before 9/11. I got out the feds. I knew one country that I had visited to when I was young, and I'm from Detroit, Canada. And the funny part is the United States don't talk about passports or dual citizenship, but Canada they put all type of ads out there. Hey, you want to stop fucking with the United States? You ain't got to fuck with the United States no more. Come to Canada. Dude, and then they start putting out all type of historical people, black people. Dude, I didn't even know until I started studying Canada how many black people did not go up north. I'm gonna say this again. If you think that all black slaves ran from the south to the north, you out your rabbit ass mind. Canada got their own version of Michael Jackson. They got their own best actors. They got their own greatest cooks. They got their own soul food. Canada don't give a man. You got to realize Canada got slaves that came from straight from the south up. And then they got the slaves that came from the Caribbeans. That's why Canada got the Caribbean Festival, because there's so many goddamn motherfuckers like, fuck going to the United States. They got slaves too. We going to Canada. So when people escaped the Caribbeans, they went to Canada. People that escaped the United States, they wasn't going up north, New York and shit, Boston. Yeah, the abolitionist dudes were, but everybody else was taking their ass straight to Canada. Detroit. If you from Detroit, you already know. Take your ass down to Hart Plaza. What's the number 2 statue in Detroit? First statue in Detroit is Joe Louis, the big fist. We all know that. What's the second statue in Detroit? Ex-slaves and the abolitionists pointing to Canada. It's a big ass statue in Detroit pointing to Canada. Do not stop in the United States. Get your happy ass to Canada. If you want to learn some real black history of some motherfuckers that did some amazing shit, study black people in Canada. You'll be like, what the fuck? I didn't know black people in Canada was doing this shit. Yeah, black people in Canada, from the Caribbeans and from the South. It was like that. You better do your history. Canada got some shit going on with black people that don't nobody want to talk about, because Canada don't be on no wars. Canada don't be on no bullshit. Canada don't be in like we miss a universe shit. Canada just be like, don't fuck with us. We don't fuck with you. So at the end of the day, but if you do some homework on Canada, I kid you not, man, you'll find out like, get the fuck out of here. All these Canada, the slaves that went to Canada, they weren't giving a fuck about a Harriet Tubman. They were like, shit, fuck staying in the United States. Harriet. Why Harriet is trying to tell slaves to come from the South, slaves in Canada telling Harriet, get the fuck out the United States. Frederick, Harriet, Booker T. Washington, get the fuck out the United States. They trying to tell Harriet, do not tell black people to stop in the United States. I'm going to tell you this again. There were black people. The Underground Railroad did not stop in the United States. That motherfucker stopped in Canada. You better do your homework. Motherfucker, so many goddamn black people that was like, fuck goddamn United States. Back then, get the fuck out of here. And plus, they didn't think about it. It wasn't like it was a GPS for slavery to know that, you know what? Plus, they weren't allowed to read. So it wasn't like they knew if they got to Indiana or if they got to the Michigan or if they got to Illinois and Chicago was founded by a black person. Do your homework. Chicago. They didn't know when a fucking GPS to let you know that you safe in slavery. But it was the motherfuckers that was telling you, do not stop in the United States. Do not pass go. Take your ass to Canada. Study how many Caribbean people got their freedom and came to the United States. Small pool back then. Study how many Caribbean people got their freedom, ran their ass, passed the United States, and went to Canada. Nigga, some of the best fucking oxtails and peas and rice I ever had was in motherfucking Toronto. I'm telling y'all, do not fuck with black people in fucking Canada, because them was the ones that was like, fuck the United States. We leaving this bitch. I ain't gonna pretend like I know if Chicago got freedom. I'm out. I ain't gonna pretend that this freedom in that is at that time it was called the Fort Detroit. Fort Detroit. Do your homework. Fort Detroit. Shot straight past Detroit. Shot straight past New York. Why? Because black people back then didn't know if they could trust New York and Pennsylvania, and didn't know if they could trust Ohio and shit. They didn't know they could trust these goddamn states yet. They just left goddamn Kentucky and Alabama and Texas and shit, and they just finished dealing with motherfuckers all the way in goddamn Mississippi. They done ran for all these miles. How the fuck they sit back? Do they know they can trust somebody? Underground Railroad ended in Canada. Canada. Do your fucking homework. Yep. Shout out. Yep. Shout out. Y'all giving them. I see y'all giving them Canada shout outs for real in the location, them states, them cities. And I love Toronto. I'm gonna tell you something. Coming from Detroit, I never seen a clean city before until I went to Toronto. Cleveland ain't clean. Chicago ain't clean. New York, damn sure ain't clean. Name a city. LA, that motherfucker ain't clean. Dude, I got to Toronto. I thought it was a goddamn movie studio. These motherfuckers don't know what trash is. These motherfuckers recycling in 83. I'm like, how they get they shit? Look at the buildings. Are they cleaning these buildings weekly? How the fuck these buildings look like they brand new years later? I'm in Toronto, like there is no way a freeway is supposed to have no potholes. It's supposed to have one pothole or one goddamn where they fixed the pothole. Toronto ass in 80s ain't had no potholes. I'm looking like this ain't real. Let me travel through Toronto. I'm going through downtown Toronto in slow motion. Like Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff was like, summertime. Just ride through that motherfucker. That's how I was in Toronto. How the fuck is this motherfucker, this movie studio ready for Marvel movies clean? Goddamn Quebec is that clean. Motherfucking Montreal, Edmonton is that clean. I'm like, these motherfuckers are. No wonder people always making movies up in this motherfucker. The Montreal Jazz Festival. No one, even the goddamn strip clubs cleaner than our shit. I say, no wonder Ben Affleck up in this motherfucker supposed to be making a movie and he's sucking bitches' asses on the goddamn strip club when he's supposed to be marrying J-Lo in the States. Suck asses, Ben. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. He said, yeah, there are some spots here where it's like the inner city. Yes, in most city in New York. That's true. He said, but it's a little better. He said, it gets a little wild here now, but it's relatively safe. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I kid you not, man. Toronto was the first city that taught me. I'm about to come back to you guys' comment. Toronto was the first city that taught me that there was Black history outside of the United States. I never thought about that. You got to realize I was a kid. I was like 19 years old. Toronto was the first city that taught me that there is Black people and Black history to learn outside the United States. When Toronto was like, we got our own version of Michael Jackson, not like famous, but a Black person that in our country that has done amazing things with music. I'm like, y'all got your own Michael Jackson? And then he was like, you got them up. And then the chick that I was fucking with, she started telling about the history of Black people in Toronto. And there was some good stuff, and there was some challenging stuff, like you fight for rights and all that, the civil rights movement. I got that. But as far as like gifts and skills and abilities and inventions, I never thought about that. I never thought that Black people was doing some shit in Canada. And she used to suck good dick. I don't lie. Ain't nothing like having a female with hazel eyes looking up at you while she sucking your dick. So there's nothing wrong with that. But my point is, yeah, there are some spots up here. Well, I already hit that one. Armand in the build. That's family right there, boy. That's family right there. Armand, I got, like I said, I was just telling you weren't here earlier when Dennis came on, and I spoke about you and your dad in regards to the tennis court. I mean, the golf courses. I was looking up the golf. I didn't send that to you because 2 days ago I was looking at the golf courses. I was like, man, we got some nice golf courses down here. Oh shit, I didn't know all that. And like I said, a couple of partners that have already come down here and played golf on these golf courses. So I'm gonna send you that information. But yeah, this testimonies, man. This is my boy right here. This is my boy. He always down here, but he was like, hey, Dad, they got golf courses in Cali, Colombia. Bad bitches and golf courses. You in or what? So yeah, shout out to my family. It's mini New York, LA, Fusion, and yeah, it is. And you know what? It's kind of funny because Canada's changed from how it was when I was young, and everything evolves. I mean, man, shit, you talking about Duke that grew up with Canadian football? Edmonton Eskimos, the BC Lions. You can't tell me shit about Canadian football. All right, Bullis Prince Wales. Boy, I like that name. He's in Colombia, Texas, Canada. It's all America, from the south to the north. It's good and bad, and that's our land. I can concur. I agree with that 100%, brother. Canada generates much. He said Canada in general is much safer than you. I can't say that across the border. True. You can walk at night fine in Montreal. That's true. I love Montreal, man. That is beautiful, man. Vancouver, pray tell, is the cleanest. Vancouver, that mother, dude. If y'all want to see you ain't got to go to Europe. Take your ass to Vancouver. Dude. If you like to fish, I don't know other sports other than Canadian football and hockey. And then you got the other sport where they use the broom. I forget what that sport is. But if your ass like to fish, you like bass, you like trout, salmon, you have never fished until you take your ass to any parts of Canada. You think you done some fucking fishing in the United States. Gotcha. You ain't done shit. Take your ass and go fishing in Canada. You be grabbing some goddamn trout. You be like, okay, this is a baby shark. That's a trout, bro. It's just a trout. Goddamn fucking bass be looking like newborn baby whales and shit. Boy, Canada, boy, you and I'm talking about health, and this the funny part. I don't even miss catfish in the United States. I miss bass, trout, and fucking salmon from Canada. Dude, I'm talking about the fucking scales be as big. When you clean it, the scales be as big as my ring. You sit up there out there just flick. You try to keep from getting for goddamn scales poking in your eye and shit. You wish you had glasses on, but you don't. You just cleaning that motherfucking scales off that big ass fish. Dude, I'm telling you. Ain't nothing like fucking fish from Canada. You ain't been fishing yet. I'm telling you. Take your happy fishing. I love to fish. Go to Canada then when you talking that fishing shit. I swear, man, you will catch the best fish. That fish, not the United States. And I love the fish in the United States. But I'm telling you, bass, trout, salmon can't be fucked with. Canada got that shit on lock. And I'm talking about, we ain't talking about because it's big. I'm talking about because it's big and fucking flavorful. You feel like fuck a fucking turkey. We having goddamn Canadian trout for Christmas and Thanksgiving from now on. That's how flavorful they shit is. Man, get the boy. Y'all sleeping on Canada, boy. Yeah, boy, y'all brothers will keep on sleeping on Canada. All right, go. Keep on sleeping on Canada, boy. He said, I'm calling Vancouver due to the Asian. Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Asian, check it. I was telling Andrea this. In Colombia, Colombia has over 85 different cultures. In all, there's over 900. I mentioned this before a couple weeks ago. There's 3 different black people in Colombia. America just got 1. You be like, you black? You black. Colombia got 3 fucking black people. 3 of these motherfuckers. At the end of the day, among 900, but in Cali, I was telling Andrea, I say, I don't know what it is. Usually it's in Bogota. We're having an influx of Asian people in Cali. Dude, I saw the thickest Asian chick. Ass, thighs, calves, little small ass ankle. She was just jogging, minding her business. I could say easily in the last month out north in our little suburban area, I've seen maybe 15 Asian people in the last month. And I knew it was quite a bit, but I'm like, you notice how you just start noticing yellow cars, and all of a sudden you just yellow cars everywhere. That's how it is with Asian people in Cali. It's a huge. I'm like, dude, y'all keep letting Asian people down here. Do you know what type of pussy our kids gonna be getting? Asian and Colombian pussy? You think we get beautiful women? Can you imagine our sons getting passports and getting pussy in Colombia? You think we get some pussy? Can you imagine Asian / Colombian, as fine as Colombian women are? And then you got Zoom to Thailand bitches coming down. Oh my God. Shout out to your sons that's coming down here. And if you got a gay daughter, shout out to her too. My sister gay. So shout out to her too. She coming down here and she looking for some sexy mother. Boy, that next generation. And then is this the other thing that's going on in Colombia for the next generation? Inglés. These 16, 15, if I haven't heard it once, I've heard it 1,000 times. These 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, all speaking English now. If I haven't had one, I've had at least 10 parents walk up to me and asked me to start speaking English to their kids. Why? So their kids can practice, just for practice. So now you got your kids gonna have the Latin population down here, the Asian population down here, and they're gonna be speaking English and Spanish in Colombia. Us, we gonna be long gone before when that we gonna be granddads. Be like, boy, who's that? This is my girlfriend, dad, granddad. We gonna be like, boy, come in. How you doing, little mama? Come in. I ain't mad at you, little soldier. I ain't mad at you, boy. You make your granddaddy proud, boy. You make your granddaddy proud. Go on over there to that girl. Kid you not, man. The Asian population in Bogota is so big that they on magazine covers with sisters and shit. I'm like, okay. It ain't something I heard. It's something I've already seen. I already knew that. But just like in Canada, Canada has a huge Asian population that if I'd have known about earlier, I would have fucked my way through. Oh, yeah, I'd have fucked my way through. Y'all, do you think it's coincidental that I got a wife that look like she Asian? Get the fuck out of here. It's not a coincidence. Yeah. Yeah. EBN, dog, bruh. AFC West, my bad, bruh. I wanted a Dominican to get him another Super Bowl. He got one when he was with the Rams. He got one with the Bucks. And then when I saw a Dominican Sue in Philadelphia Eagles, I wanted him to get one, but I'm AFC West for life, baby. If it ain't my Raiders, if it's somebody in the AFC West representing, I got to ride with them. So I was one of them, in other words, at the Hooters that we were in down the street. Not down the street, like 10 minutes from here. I ain't gonna even lie. I went with my boys, Kansas City. But you're right. That was probably one of the best Super Bowls in the last, I gotta say, the last about 5 years, 6 years. That was a really good game. But I was proud of the Eagles. Don't get me wrong. I was very proud of the Eagles. You were the first one that called it. I give you kudos. You were the first one that called. Even other Eagles fans ain't say shit. You were the first one that said, my Eagles going to Super Bowl. Y'all kiss my ass. Bam. You called that shit. I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Long before we all drafted our fantasy football teams and shit, you called it. And I was so proud to see two brothers as the quarterbacks of the Super Bowl. Let's go back to Maurice. Maurice says Jalen Hurt is that dude. He is. Both of those brothers are, man. And I was just so proud to see those brothers doing great in the Super Bowl. He said, I met some Colombian folks online trying to learn French and English. I speak French, English, Creole. See, that's what I love, man. I love that. I love to see that. And now I'm learning Espanol. I'm now making connections. Absolutely correct. And it's all about all this learning, man. No matter if it's cryptocurrency or whether it's a new language, when you're networking with people and exchanging, information, it makes it all worth it, man. Worthwhile. So my sports team of the year is the we're going to let that one go. EBN, we're going to let that one go. Nobody likes Argentina. Why? Argentinians are sore losers, sore winners. And Argentina is one of the few countries that will say in public, their politicians will say, there are no black people in our country. That's why we don't have any black people on our team. In front of black people. Fuck Argentina. I love the country and I love the people. But how the political landscape has programmed many of the people's minds, fuck Argentina. That Messi bullshit, we already knew that the referees was cheating anyway for Messi. David says, but no, ain't no but. David says, They had Super Bowl parade here. Oh, they had a parade Wednesday. Okay, cool. It went nuts. That's what's up. That is what's up. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at them Super Bowl parades and all. I'm dipping. The Chiefs are going to rebound and win again. That's hard to do, bruh. That's hard to do. For them, they had done it with. I was happy for. Okay, my players were the rookie running back for the Chiefs. I can't pronounce his name. Start with a P, ends with an O. Man, I love that kid. That he gonna be my fantasy draft next year. Juju went from Pittsburgh to Kansas City and got a Super Bowl. I ain't mad at you. All the guys that rode, Travis Kelce got another one. I'm happy for them dudes, man. I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad. If this is one of the games, if it had gone either way, I would have been happy. Speak Spanish, true. Oh, I'm dipping. Speaking of crypto, he said Cambria is well under a penny. Oh, it's under a penny. Let me write that one down. Y'all know I'm always on learner mode. Cambria is well under $1. Got that. Okay. It's well under a penny. My bad. 200 under $200 and is waiting for it to reach a penny in sale. The rise and repeat, rinse and repeat. I got you. Ra, let me know why you think it's gonna rise. That's the question I have for you. Just like I need this Tesla. Soon as Tesla got the contract with the government, you're like, cool, all right, long live Tesla. Not even a day later, oh yeah, 1,200 cars are being recalled because those electronic cars that are self-driving, they're killing motherfuckers. You like, Tesla, what? You gotta set. He said, Dre, you gotta set example, learning and putting more Spanish in these lives. I do, bruh. That's the running back. Pacheco. If you guys looking for a running back for your fantasy football next year, the rookie, well, he'll be a second-year running back for Kansas City. I'm telling you, the kid is the truth. That kid is the truth. Patrick Mahomes, I called it. He's a monster in the second. You know what, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Derek Carr. Yeah, I put Derek in there. The quarterback for Jacksonville. These kids remind me that Peyton Manning, Brady, Breeze, and once Aaron Rodgers get the fuck out of the way, they left the NFL in good hands. The NFL is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to die. It's not going to be it's not going to be 4 bad years of quarterbacking. The NFL is still in good hands. When I was watching the Super Bowl, I'm looking at these are young people that are doing it. And they got years ahead of them. I'm like, the NFL is in good hands. It's in good hands. I said, so we don't have to worry. Even Chicago's quarterback, Fields. Chicago is a horrible team, but Justin Fields, if you had Justin Fields for your fantasy for like the first 10 weeks, actually the first 15 weeks, I would say first 12 weeks, you can man, off the bench, you couldn't touch it. Yeah, he'll be one of my running backs next year. Well, actually later on this year. I promise you, you'll be hearing me talking shit. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Shout out to the Puerto Rican people and all the Puerto Rican pussy I used to get. Shout out to Puerto Rico. I did, and all the salsa music. I did not know he's Puerto Rican. Because you used to see he good, man. He's a really good dude. And that's what it is. He's decent. He's not Dalvin Cook. He's not, of course, Josh Jacob. But he's a decent running back. Oh, okay. He's Dominican. Okay. And let me see if I can pronounce this correctly. Barikia. Okay. Let me know if I pronounce it. Barikia. Hey, let me know if I pronounce it correctly. Barikia. Eagles defensive coordinator. So big time though. A lot of those catches were just like, fuck it. If we gonna win, we gonna win. I'm gonna tell you how Kansas City won. Kansas City won the opposite of how they lost a few years ago. Kansas City was a few years ago, they played it safe all the way to the end, keep it cool. This year they was like, if we lose, it ain't because we didn't throw bombs down the field. Fuck it. Let's throw bombs down the field. Fuck it. Let's put it in the hands of our rookie running back, see what he can do. Fuck it. A couple years ago, they played it safe and they lost the Super Bowl. This time they was like, if we lose, nobody can accuse us of being safe or being nice. And that's what Kansas City did. Fuck it. If we lose, we lose. But nobody can accuse them of being safe. And that's what I liked about what Kansas City did. It was supposed to be Juju on the side of Tyreek Hill. That would have been a bad combination, boy. With Kelsey. I forget the name of the other wide receiver that went from Green Bay that went down there. I forget his name. Because if you really realize, including Juju, the receivers for Kansas City were but they had enough receivers to make it to a Super Bowl and win. They didn't have any. They didn't have Devontae Adams, 14 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, whooping asses all day. They had Devontae Adams on Kansas City. All they had was like a bunch of receivers and a bunch of running backs. Defense, I don't know how the fuck Kansas City defense got so hungry, but them dudes over the last couple of years, they've been all right. He said, I'm a tech geek. I love some tech too. I finally slowly becoming a tech geek myself. The problem with that strategy is that they run three backs. They do. They run a 3-back set. Pass heavy. Yes, they do. That's true. Oh, Trevor Lawrence. Yes, I like Trevor. I'm going to tell you something. If you want a good fantasy football quarterback, get your main one, your Josh Allen's out of the way. Put in it like the 9th round. I know you need another running back. Trevor Lawrence. I'm telling y'all this because I recognize it. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the second coming of Andrew Luck. Andrew did it straight out the gate year one. Trevor, year one, fucked. You in Jacksonville. Come on, let's be real. I'm watching Trevor. When they sat back and they said coming out of college, Trevor is the next Johnny Unitas and Peyton Manning. You like, get the fuck out of here. And he getting smashed and beat down. You like, get the. And now you watch Trevor Lawrence. If you don't get Josh Allen as your fantasy quarterback, you don't get Hurts or Field. Do not look past Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence gave Evan Ingram, the tight end, a whole new motherfucking career. When nobody touched Evan Ingram coming from New York, the Giants. You see what Evan Ingram did like in the last 9 games? Man, shit. Evan Ingram was like, you like, what the fuck? I didn't know he went to Jacksonville. So yeah, I'm telling y'all. You right, Trevor Lawrence, that young kid, and that's what I meant. The NFL's in good hands when all these guys retire. Tom, we love you. Just like in our era, us old head eras, we thought can nobody fuck with Joe Montana and Dan Marino. I wish you would say something about Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Terry Bradshaw. We was like talking shit. Bradshaw got 4 Super Bowls. You can't say. Then the old heads before us, they were like Johnny Unitas and shit, Jim Thorpe and shit. Now we like that. We like, wait a minute, you got Tom Brady and you got Aaron Rodgers, you got Drew Brees, and the younger generations are like, yeah, okay, that's cool, but we got all the motherfuckers that learned from Michael Vick. You see how I said that? It is not a quarterback that's black in the NFL. There's nothing but a Michael Vick. Every black quarterback, and you dudes that watch black quarterbacks, tell me I'm lying. They got a decent arm. Check. They can run their ass off. Check. Score touchdowns like a running back. Check. I don't give a fuck if they Cam Newton or Justin Fields. All of them, none but Michael fucking Vick disciples. Whether he was with Atlanta or whether he was with England. Philly, I'm sorry, the Eagles. All of them. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Now, I got a piece of trivia. Who is Michael Vick a disciple of? True football fans know this. Who is Michael Vick a disciple of? I'm going to give you a hint. And this person played basketball in the NBA. One of the greatest players of all time. Who is Michael Vick a disciple of? You ain't like Michael Vick is the blueprint of these. Yeah. Well, none of these brothers. Michael Vick was like when we sit back as kids hollering, Kobe, Jordan, when you hit a shot. When you score a touchdown as a quarterback, Vick. Virginia Tech. Not even Virginia, Virginia Tech. Who is the... I'm so proud. About to make me cry. You got the answer. I owe you a dinner. In Cartagena, I owe you a dinner. Remind me, said Dre, you know you owe me a dinner. Michael Vick is a... Nope. Let's look at the other answer. Randall Cunningham. Randall was a beast. Nope. Charlie? Nope. I already gave you the hint. The person was not in the NBA. I mean, not in the NFL, and he was one of the greatest NBA players of all time. Michael Vick will tell you in high school. Nope, not even Warren Moon. Michael Vick will tell, and Warren Moon was my boy. Warren Moon was with the Edmonton Eskimos, won what 3-4 Grey Cups before they even allow him into the NFL. Warren Moon is in the Canadian Football League's Hall of Fame. That's how great Warren Moon was. AI. Allen Iverson. Dudes, look up Allen Iverson in high school in the same city as Michael Vick. And Michael Vick was like, that's who I want to be like. AI. Allen Iverson was one of the greatest quarterbacks in high school history. I didn't say his city. I'm talking about AI was a level that nobody knew about. He had the choice of going to college for football or basketball. Absolutely correct. Allen Iverson. Man, if you look at some of the AI footage, you'd be like, what the fuck? And Michael Vick was sitting right there as a quarterback and learned everything that he learned from AI. Absolutely correct. Just wanted to know if you guys knew that. Shout out to all you guys that knew the answer. Allen Iverson had them. What? He said, I had them. He said, I had them handles, boy. Yeah, AI. Yeah. That's who Michael Vick idoled. That's who he put his game behind. And that's who he wanted to be like. He said, that's the funny part. That is true. That is true, ENB. He said, funny enough, they both played for Philadelphia teams. I didn't even think about that. But you're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Shout out to you, brothers, man. He said he played like AI 100. I ain't mad at you, brother. Yeah. I just wonder if anybody knew other than me that AI was a beast in high school. He laid a foundation for a couple of quarterbacks. He laid the foundation for, but the most famous one was was Michael Vick. So when you see Michael Vick, and you see Patrick Mahomes, and you see Hurst, and you see Justin Fields, you see all these young quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson, who was terrible this year, but I understand why. All these quarterbacks, all of them were disciples of Michael Vick, who was disciple of Allen Iverson. That's how amazing Allen Iverson is. That's how much respect I have for Allen Iverson. My top 3 players in the NBA, well, actually 4 players in the NBA. First of all, fuck Jordan. Let's get this out of the way. Y'all ready? For all you Jordan fans and Jordans on your feet, fuck Michael Jordan. Number 1 is Bill Russell. Bill Russell played and got championships, like 6, 7 of them motherfuckers, long before Jordan did it. Well, he was the tallest. Cool. Got you. He was tall. The league was different. Got you. So Bill say, let me just coach. Bill coached 3 championships. How many championships did Jordan coach after he won 6? After Bill won 6, he coached 3 more championships. Actually, after Bill coach motherfucker won like 9, 10, 11, coached 3 more championships when the coach retired. How many? Could you tell me how many championships did motherfucking Jordan coach? I'm waiting. It's one thing to play and be the champion. This motherfucker coach into championships. The first black NBA coach, Bill Russell. Championships. Get the fuck out of here with bitch ass Jordan. We sit up here walking around. Oh, Jordan. Oh, mighty Jordan. Get the fuck out of here. Bill got 11. Thank you, brother. He got 11 of them motherfuckers. And 3 of them was from coaching. Karimi Reem, he was my boy. I ain't gonna lie. I was part of that era. I saw him play. My number 2, fuck Jordan. We're gonna do this segment called Fuck Jordan. Number 2, fuck Jordan. Kobe Cole, the fucking Black Mamba. Even when they told him you can't do it without Shaq, Black Mamba was like, fuck you, watch this. Number 1, fuck Jordan, Bill Russell. Number 2, fuck Jordan, Kobe Cole. Number 3, fuck Jordan is AI. There's only been 2 groups that have changed basketball forever. The Fabulous 5, University of Michigan. You got Jalen Rose, Chris Webber, so forth and so forth. In AI. Everything, there would not be a tattoo on a goddamn fucking court if it wasn't for AI. It wouldn't be small fucking speedsters coming up and down the court if it wasn't for AI. If it was not for fucking, and I can see, he said UNLV, the fucking uniforms of UNLV would not be the way that they are if it wasn't for the Fab Five. Fab Five were the ones that pulled out the way the jerseys are set right now to this day. Go blue. Nobody was wearing jerseys and were wearing outfits and implemented hip hop. I'll say this again. Implemented hip hop the way the Fab Five did. Nobody. Everybody came months later, weeks later, days later. But them fucking Fab Five, they took style, skills, hip hop to a whole nother level. And the NBA had to look in the jerseys that Jordan won all the fucking championships in was not the short Isaiah Thomas. I'm from Detroit. The short Isaiah Thomas and motherfucking Magic Johnson shorts outfits. The fucking Jordans, they did it because the University of Michigan, them young ass kids brought style, fashion, and hip hop to the goddamn NBA before they hit the NBA. That's what makes the University of Michigan so great. They impacted the NBA before they hit the NBA. AI impacted fucking NFL and the NBA at the same fucking time. The same time where he wasn't a quarterback. He ain't out there running for fucking touchdowns. He's in there in the league and you watching Michael Vick. And you think you watching Michael Vick and you motherfuckers don't know. You've been watching AI the whole motherfucking time. Every twist, turn, spin, touchdown, reach, 50-yard, 80-yard run, all that shit from Michael Vick. And Michael tell you is 100,000% Allen Iverson. While Allen Iverson is in the goddamn NBA regulating shit. It ain't never been a player that impacted the NFL and the fucking NBA at the same goddamn time except AI. Name another motherfucker. I can't name one. I can't name nobody but AI that impacted and regulated and changed the NFL to this day. To this day. Everybody are Michael Vick imitations. And Michael Vick will tell you, I'm an imitation of AI. Why AI was doing shit in the NBA that has never been done before in the NBA, especially for somebody his size. Name somebody that was doing shit that changed. Even when my boy, Deion Sanders, prime time, was playing baseball and football. Bo Jackson, baseball and football at the same time. They did not impact it to change both sports at the same time. They were good. Deion was good in baseball, really good. Bo Jackson, excellent in baseball, but their dominant sport was football. AI changed NFL forever. Black quarterbacks. Oh, the other black quarterbacks were like Doug Williams. It was all about the arm. Shout out to my man Doug Williams, because I used to love me some Doug Williams when he was in Tampa. When motherfuckers didn't even think about fuck Doug Williams in Washington. True NFL players, true NFL fans, in other words, we love Doug Williams when he was in. Like, who the fuck is that brother throwing a ball like that? Okay, I'm gonna butt your head. I'm an NFL fan all the way back when Tampa was in the same division as Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears and Green Bay. Tampa ain't always been in division with New Orleans. It was in a division with Detroit. It was Detroit, Chicago, Green Bay, Tampa. That was division when I was a shorty. So I'm watching Doug Williams. This motherfucker, I had never seen a quarterback throw a bomb straight. I'd never seen a bullet bomb. This dude could throw till this day. I've never seen a quarterback that could throw a ball straight. Like, and that motherfucker could go 50 yards straight. Not this, most quarterbacks and throw it like 50 yards, like, no, not that goddamn Drew Brees shit. I'm talking about, I seen Doug Williams throw that motherfucker like, whoo, it'd be 50 fucking yards. Poof. I've never seen that before in my life. What the fuck? That was the old black quarterback. Then Mike came. And Mike came for all you trivia buffs. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? Who was the Hall of Fame quarterback on the same team with Michael Vick, and he was a rookie? I get it. I give you a hint. He was in the same division. He ended up being traded to the same division as Detroit. Who was the Hall of Fame quarterback on the same team as Michael Vick, and he ended up in the division as Detroit? Y'all don't see me Googling shit. Y'all can tell I'm a real football fan. When I said Jim Thorpe from 1930, y'all should have knew. That's oh shit. This nigga said Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe is his statue is in front of the NFL Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Jim Thorpe is the most. EBN. Shout out to EBN in the building once again. Brett Favre, rookie, wasn't worth shit except for show or throwing the football. He could, now don't get twisted. They used to use Brett Favre just for practice. Watch this crazy ass white boy throw a goddamn ball 60 yards. That's what he was. He wasn't shit in Atlanta. I remember in the early 2000s when throwback jerseys, football jerseys was in. Oh, being a football aficionado, I'm not buying that shit. I'm not just buying an Earl Campbell. I'm not just buying a motherfucking Lynn Swan 88 in Pittsburgh. Oh no. I'm buying the ones that I know that don't nobody know about. I had like shit like the number 4 goddamn Brett Favre in Atlanta. My throwback jerseys were like the number 1 Seattle Seahawks Warren Moon. Yeah, a lot of you dudes don't remember when Warren Moon for a couple years played for Seattle Seahawks that instead of Houston, or when Warren Moon went to Kansas City. That was me. When I was grabbing throwback jerseys back in the day, I wasn't grabbing that shit that everybody knew. I was always grabbing the rare ones. So when it comes to Brett Favre, yes, he was. Brett Favre was an amazing backup every blue moon for Atlanta. But Michael Vick was there. He said, I can admit that I don't remember him being in Seattle. Look it up. Warren Moon. I think it was his last team too, in Atlanta. I mean, in Seattle. I had that jersey. I always loved collecting jerseys it was almost like a thing for me. Like everybody else got this jersey, but I know everybody, as long as the player was famous, kind of like having a Kansas City Marcus Allen jersey or a Kansas City Joe Montana jersey. That's how I was. I used to like to collect the jerseys that was rare, or a person's rookie jersey when nobody knew that they were on their team. Like I had a number 4 Atlanta. You couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me shit. When I had my number 4 Atlanta jersey with Brett Favre on the back, dudes be like, Brett Favre, look it up. You can tell me shit. After the Chiefs, Warren Moon was, Seattle Seahawks. A lot of dudes don't realize that he was with Seattle. The only reason I was on Warren Moon as far as like his stats was, you got to realize, I was a Warren Moon fan because he played for Canadian. Let's full circle. He played Canadian football for a bunch of years. He played football when they wasn't letting too many black men be quarterbacks in the NFL. So Warren Moon was like, I'm not about to be a linebacker or a running back. Fuck that. So he went to the Edmonton Eskimos. Look it up. Warren Moon, Edmonton Eskimos. My team was the BC Lions. But once he went to Edmonton, I was like, fuck that. I'm going to Edmonton because of a black quarterback. He won, 3-4 Grey Cups, went to the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. And this was a time period, not this new Canadian football. Warren Moon was in the Canadian football when it was hard than a motherfucker to end up in the Hall of Fame. You had to be, it was NFL players that didn't make it to the NFL. College players. It wasn't no bullshit in the Canadian football. Y'all keep on sleeping on Canadian football and think that it's cute. All right. It's a lot of motherfuckers that play in the NFL right now started in Canadian football. Why you think the NFL started NFL Europe to get guys ready for the NFL in the United States? Because they had to draft so many people from the CFL. They were like, these motherfuckers didn't make it to the NFL, but they were like, fuck it, I'm gonna play football somewhere. So they took their ass to Canada, played in the CFL, dominated the CFL. So you got so many people in the Hall of Fame in the United States that play CFL football. Y'all better do your homework on CFL and how many motherfuckers that went from college were like, fuck the NFL. I'm going to the CFL. I'm going to prove who the fuck I am. I'm going to whoop some asses. And then I'm going to the NFL. And that's what Warren Moon did. Warren Moon was in the CFL for so goddamn long. You was like, oh, so this is what we doing. We just whooping asses and you ain't never going to the NFL. So when he went to Houston and he was decent in Houston, real Warren Moon fans ain't give a fuck because he had already had 4 Grey Cups under his belt. Grey Cup is Canadian football version of the Super Bowl. This dude had already had 4 Super Bowls under his belt. So when he went to Houston, us real Warren Moon fans, we ain't give a fuck when he went to Houston, when he went to Kansas City. If he played horrible in motherfucking Seattle, we ain't give a fuck about that shit. This brother went to Canada and was whooping asses. We ain't care none about that shit. None of that shit. All y'all like Warren Moon, he's winning. They took him to the playoffs, but he didn't take him to the championship. We didn't give a fuck about that shit. All we cared about was like, that's Warren Moon. This is the funny part. When he retired, the NFL, not the CFL and NFL, just the NFL. All the yards records that Fran Tarkenton, Minnesota Viking, the original scrambler, do your homework. If you wonder where scrambling came from, quarterbacks just running around and scrambling till they get the ball open. Fran Tarkenton. If you want to know who had the greatest yards, the most yards of all quarterbacks, until his record was just broken like about 10, 20 years ago, Fran, the scrambler Tarkenton. Fran Tarkenton, Minnesota Vikings. Who broke his records? Warren motherfucking Moon. Preach, David. Preach, brother. Number 10, Minnesota Vikings. You can tell that white boy shit, the mad scrambler. No quarterbacks understood the art of scrambling and running. Even before Warren Moon, even before Michael Vick, even before Allen Iverson, there was every quarterback thought you're supposed to sit in the pocket and then you move a little bit, but you ain't doing this like every other. Fran Tarkenton, y'all need to do y'all fucking homework on the NFL. Fran Tarkenton, Minnesota Vikings. Dan Marino, at that time period, the greatest. Retired like, 35,000 yards? Fran Tarkenton was like, 45? And then you had Warren Moon was like 48 or 51, I forget. Fran Tarkenton's, now mind you, Fran Tarkenton did lose 4 Super Bowls. Before Buffalo lost 4 Super Bowls, the Minnesota Vikings. Shout out to Minnesota. Minnesota Vikings lost 4 Super Bowls with some of the greatest defensive linemen of all time. Their defensive line was in the hall, is still to this day 4 in the Hall of Fame. Now, I don't know how their secondary was, but their defensive line, the Purple People Eaters, for all you old heads, the Purple People Eaters, that defensive line for fucking Minnesota, get the fuck out of here. Who was their receiver that married Felicia Rashad? Who was the receiver for Minnesota Vikings when they went to those Super Bowls that married Felicia Rashad, and he asked her to marry him on live television on a Thanksgiving of Detroit Lions game? Come on, I got you. Come on now. Who was the? I see the answer already. God damn it, boy. Y'all putting it out there. Shout out to all you brothers. David, Spanish speaks now. Ahmad Rashad. That's where Felicia Rashad, who her fine ass to this day, got her last name. And I'll never forget that. I was watching Monday Night Football. I think it was Minnesota versus Detroit. It was not Monday night, my bad. Minnesota versus Detroit on Thanksgiving. You sit up there watching halftime show, talking shit. I mean the commentators talking shit. We kids. All of a sudden, Ahmad Rashad, he had retired. He was an announcer, and he asked Felicia Rashad. Mind you, Felicia Rashad was like the top black female entertainer because she was on the Cosby Show. And sexy did a motherfucker on the Cosby Show. This brother had the balls on national television Am I lying? This brother had the balls on national television to ask her to marry him on Thanksgiving. And Felicia was like, I'll marry you, Rashad. I love you. Hell yeah, she did. And that's why Felicia Rashad still has her last name. Because Ahmad was, my point is, she didn't use her last name ever again. Her original last name. She's still Felicia Rashad because Ahmad was so famous in those 4 Super Bowls with Minnesota Vikings. Ahmad was more famous than Felicia. I'll never forget that, man. Ahmad was my dude, man. He was like the original brother on NFL Network. He was the original brother on HBO's NFL. Ahmad was like the original brother. He was one of the original brothers that Ahmad laid the blueprint of black men retiring and going to become commentaries. He was the first black commentary as far as NFL and retiring. He was so good. He was the NFL version of 60 Minutes. Yep, her sister was Debbie Allen. Both of them sisters. You cannot tell both of them sisters nothing. Because if I had the money, I'd have fucked both of them. Debbie, Felicia. Now don't argue. Here's the money. I'm about to fuck both of you right about now. No, you cannot have more orgasms than your sister. That's not fair. But both y'all gonna, yes, both of you will come, but I'm gonna fuck both of y'all. I love you. I love you too. For real. In all sincerity, man. Kid you not. He said, and she speaks fluent. I didn't know that. I didn't know about Felicia. Now, let me ask you this. Is it Felicia or Debbie Allen that speaks Spanish? He said, not by yourself. We got the money in the car. Hey, man, listen. Felicia and Debbie say thowing. They're looking for a thowie. Bro, I got $450 right now, nigga. Hey, we about to go fuck Felicia and Debbie right now. Which one? I'm gonna give you. I found out this the other day. This entertainer went down to Puerto Rico, remixed one of his songs, and Puerto Ricans did not know he was fluent in Spanish. And there's a video out on it. He was good in Spanish too. Debbie and Felicia Rashad both speak. I didn't know that. Remember the episode when they were I'm gonna have to look that up that episode up. I'm glad you said that. I didn't know that. And this is the funny part. Both of them were my black crushes. Not because of they Felicia and Debbie Allen taught us black men you can have a crush on a black woman beyond her looks. We had a crush on her initially because of their looks, but because of who they were and their person and their ladylikeness, and you just like Debbie Allen on Fame, Felicia Rashad on Cosby Show. You just looked at for a minute. Remember, for a minute we didn't know they were sisters, but you knew that both of them had a certain presence about them, a woman like a ladylikeness about them. Let's put it like this, and I'm gonna say this for the first time. There was no way in the world I would be with Andre if it wasn't for Felicia Rashad. Felicia Rashad showed me as a teenager to be attracted to professional women. not professional women that are like these modern women, like you can't tell me shit. Because she never told Bill and the kid. Because remember, Felicia Rashad was still a mama at the end of the day. But she taught me that you can have a beautiful sister or beautiful woman. You can have a professional woman, but still, you can still fuck she's still freaky and she nasty. You can fuck the shit out of her. You professional, you freaky, and I can fuck the shit out of you. You suck dick? Cool. Bill's like pretending like he wouldn't get his dick sucked on the show. But okay, cool. And you can still see your kids to college. Okay, cool. So that, but I kid you not, man. That was my professional. What my wife wanted. Felicia Rashad is that in that show as Claire Huxtable. She was my prototype of the wife that I wanted. Y'all could be with the crazy bitch. She crazy, but she so good. She licked my ass good. Okay, cool. Y'all could be with them chicks. Me, I wanted me a Felicia Rashad my whole life. I always wanted me my wife. When I die, I wanted me a female that was professional, sexy than a motherfucker, but feminine enough to still take care of her family. That was Felicia Rashad on that show. Debbie Allen was the independent. Fame, I'm gonna live forever. I'm the instructor in the school. I don't need a man. They never showed Debbie Allen getting a crush or falling in love or somebody put a dick in her ass. None of that shit. They always showed Debbie Allen as the independent. Fame. Felicia Rashad, none of that shit. When she broke her motherfucking foot, the family came together and did a skit for her. All that shit. So at the end of the day, I'm telling y'all, Felicia Rashad. He said, agree. They taught young black people had a dream to be better and to aspire to be. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Shout out to Barry in the building. He said, I had a certain. See, now you got me lost. I've never seen a JE before. I'm lost on that one. I'm gonna look that up. Let us see, pray tell. Let us see. Let's see, JE. Let me turn it around. JE space. These are little things that you learn when you're learning Spanish. See, y'all don't take time out to do this. I don't say y'all, but some people don't. It's French. Man, I'm done. I'm trying to look it up in Spanish. Thanks, Barry. He says a French quote that that the quality cannot be described. Wow, that's nice, brother. I like that one. All right, I'm about to let you guys go. It has been almost 4 hours. Don't laugh at your brother. Laugh with them as I laugh at me. Don't laugh at me alone. Laugh with me as I laugh with me. Laugh at me. See, you ain't helping the cause. EBN, ENB, you ain't helping the cause. All right, guys, I'm up out of here. I'm about to chop this video up into segments so you guys can enjoy it throughout the week. Once again, my name is Andre. Your boy Andre, love crossing borders. I'm up out of here. Hope you guys had a great evening. Hope Dennis gave you some insight and some encouragement. Yes, speak Spanish now. Subscribe to his channel, and I will be in Cartagena along with Andrea at the same damn time in 2 Chainz voice. Talk to you guys later. I love you, man. I really love all you.